The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, March 1st on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, sign up with that promo code TCE SGPN. You get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And last but not least, we're brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Rhythm is giving away a $250 future and throwing a March Madness party in Vegas. For more details, go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for those details. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience. Preview and picks edition for March 1st. The madness is here. It is March. You know, just the drinks tasting better. Life's getting better. Birds are chirping. And on top of that, to your point, Dundee can't lose. I don't know. I don't know why we get so much negative comments, but it means we're doing something right because we are just on fire here. YouTube.com/the college experience having a dynamite night. And we are riding right now UNLV, but up 10, 5 minutes left. We'll see if that can come to fruition and add on to this great stuff that we got going. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Oh, I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Oh, man. Having a great night. Almost up like what? We'll see. Up around $800. We can handle all this right here. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ride and Rush Show. And make sure you check out the College Basketball Experience pregame show each and every day. Tomorrow morning will be myself and Terrell Furman Jr. At 11 a.m. tomorrow. But give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, man?
Doing good. Yes. Fucking fire night. And welcome to March, everybody. Let the games begin. Let the madness begin.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Oh, boy. We just... let's just get right in. It's a long show, a lot of fun games tomorrow. A lot of fun games happen tonight. UNLV's up 13 with 5 minutes left. Knock on wood. Out the gate. Fucking Dartmouth covered for all of us. Me, you, and the bet detective. Triple lock. As fucking Dartmouth loses by 5 to Yale, we cash on this Ivy League glory. Your thoughts?
Good game. Dartmouth played their ass off, but Yale's too good. Now Yale continues to be undefeated. 12-0, and they got Harvard and Brown to finish off. See if they can run the table here. 14-0. So let's go.
There we go. Shout out to R. Wright giving us. He's got work at the AM, but giving us $10 because he had another big night with our help. He says, "Appreciate you, R. Wright, as always." There we go. Right. Then we went to town, and I was a little nervous in the first half, but we did triple lock the Brown Bears. This Harvard bullshit out of here. The Brown Bears, they rallied down 6 at halftime.
Brown guy.
Held the Crimson just 19 points at home in the second half. Whew. Your thoughts as we cash another.
Good win, good comeback win. I mean, they fell down double digits early, but Keno Lilly did not want to go home and got other guys involved. Wasn't making as many shots today, but ran the show. Made a couple big plays late. Good win for the Brown guys. Low score.
There we go. And yeah, shout out to Caleb Bowling. He's first time catching the show live. There we go, Caleb. Appreciate you tuning in. Then, I mean, Deshaun Nelson, 25 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, double lock. Myself and Moneyline Mac loading up on Eastern Michigan. 84-73. The FBI was watching. You know they couldn't lay up here. Easy play, buddy.
Fuck is Central Michigan to be leg points on the road? What the fuck? I mean, we've been doing this a long time. That never should happen. Ever.
Yeah. I mean, well, especially after the Feds game. You knew they were going to have, you knew the microscope was there. The microscope was there, but we were killing it. And then we had the discipline to stay off this one. Niagara was getting 1.5. We took the 1.5. Or no, wait, were they laying 1.5? They were getting 1.5, I think, on our show. They were
getting 1.5.
Yeah.
And, lost, dude, these games were rigged. Like these Iona games. Every game's a 2-point game.
It was a 1-point game, and then the guy went 1 for 2 from the line to make it 2. Didn't bet that game, but Iona wins, and I do suspect they are on the FBI list as well. Oh, yeah. And then, man, I thought the money line was going to hit on this, but we double locked St. Pete's, getting 9.5, 10. Boom! They only lose by 5. They were up 90% of this fucking game.
Bro, they almost hit a cover.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught me on the grid. I mean, I should celebrate a little more because I live bet. I'm on Quinnipiac. I'm sorry. I'm on St. Peter's plus 10.5. I think I got at halftime. Me and my guy Scott Wetzel go in on Quinnipiac live with the points. So I hit this in 2 different ways. All right, just fire day.
Double winner.
Shout out to Chris in the chat giving us $20. Then after this, what did we do? We double locked Ryder, getting a ridiculous number, 9.5, and they win outright. We didn't take the money line, but they win outright by 5. What the fuck has happened to Merrimack, by the way? Zion Cruz, 23 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, and a gigantic dub for the moving company. Your thoughts here?
There's no value in the MAAC, right? Remember, that's what they tell us when we bet these games. You guys are crazy. No, the MAAC was a cash cow for us today. Dogs were barking all over the board. If you were a square, you got your dick kicked in this league. Because I mean, did any game go chalk? I don't think so. I don't think one game went fucking chalk tonight. I guess maybe Iona technically was chalk. But I mean, every dog either won or covered easily. St. Peter's was up 11 with 11 minutes and almost did not cover 11 or 10 or 9 or 10, whatever it ended up finishing. That would have been an epic collapse. But shout out to them for holding on.
There we go. Shout out to Jacob Lilly. Anyone know how to donate? Can someone walk them through the YouTube donation process? Yeah, Beanick's not here. Sinister says we cover football too. You're goddamn right. We dropped the Florida State preview tonight with the breakdown of the schedule, their coordinator hires, and what that win total is currently sitting at. We talked North Carolina last week. We got a Virginia Tech and a Bowling Green episode scheduled for this week. But yeah, we cover every football game and every FCS football game. So subscribe and tell a fucking friend. Manhattan. I can't remember if you bet this too.
Canisius. It was the right side. I mean, they led.
I pushed. I got 5. Yeah,
I had 5.5. I mean, I was going to be pretty pissed off if I had lost this cover. They led for 30 plus and change, but they do what Canisius does, and they fucking collapse down the stretch. And shout out to them for not fouling at the end. They knew the number. Good job, guys.
Yeah. And then we should have bet VCU. They just destroyed Davidson. I can't believe we stayed off of this.
Yeah.
Should have bet this.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for not betting Davidson because I'm like, all right, they're fucking laying 15.5. Everybody in America is laying 15.5 with them. Davidson almost did backdoor it for a minute there, but dude, VCU is just fucking killing teams. My God.
Yeah.
I think they were good, man. I think they're really good, but they're being everybody be like 30.
This is a bad matchup for Davidson.
Yeah.
I mean, VCU is doing this to everybody, but specifically Davidson.
Everybody, to you, Matt.
Specifically Davidson, this is a really bad matchup for. That's why I feel bad that I didn't go in on this one. I feel like if you dial 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE, I let you down. And shout out to Jay Steele, 10 straight winning days for me. Don't listen to Zach. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. We have this thing called the record button. You can go watch all of the fucking shows. They're all there for you. But yeah, I mean, I should have just Clark goes, that analysis seems racial, Colby. Well, it is not racist. It is racial based. Yeah.
In fairness to the whites, they beat the fuck out of fucking Mason last weekend in the second half too. I mean, they're doing it to every race. It's race proof. They're just fucking drilling everybody in sight. But tonight it was the whites' turn. The whites took it.
Yeah. Forgive me as I pay attention to race greatly in the college basketball ranks. And be honest, somewhat of the college football ranks too.
It's all good, man. Hey, everybody's got a fucking opinion. They're like assholes. Everybody's got them.
Shout out to Mike Video List giving us $10. Appreciate you, brother. Brett F, we got to work on getting that 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE t-shirt going, but I'm on the case. All right. And Eric C, my guy, Eric C, man, hell of a good guy. Yeah. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there because we're just getting fucking started. We locked Princeton and the bet detective. The bet detective made the vital mistake of talking shit at halftime. He had sent me a text, CJ Sullivan, saying, "Hey, you fucking squares went with Princeton, laying 4.5, and boom, second half, Princeton gets it done by 0.5 point." Sorry, bet detective. You know I love you, brother.
This is how I knew it was fucking going right. When I fucking start 10-0 to start the night, and I even say, I'm taking all fucking non-square plays, but I'm going to square up here and take Princeton, and they cover by 0.5 point. I go, God damn, it's my night early on. I mean, fucking sharp analysis, calling out the square play and winning by 0.5 point.
We were killing it, man. Fairfield, double lock. Boom. We said they're getting this done at home. They get it done at the Mahoney Center. Now, after that, what else do we do? Oh, Cornell. Boom. Double lock. Big red freshmen. Depends on where you got that number, by the way, because I know that back door, right? Oh, no, never mind. That was 60. Cornell was over at fucking halftime.
Oh, yeah. That was the biggest sweat-free winner of the night. They fucking bent them over and said hello.
I was thinking of the game in Conway. Next up, and Circle of Trust here. I didn't bet this last night on the show, but I went in on ULM and I ate a big old pile of shit. A big old pile of shit. The number went up, but I woke up this morning and I'm like, okay, I got to go in on ULM. Lost by 27. Senior night, my ass. No one was at this game. I watched this whole fucking game.
Dude, they had a second half lead. They had the lead in the second half, and they lost by 30. It was the most remarkable thing.
They were down 13.5.
Yeah, they came back. They came back and took like a 1 point lead. Yes, 52-51 at the 15-minute mark, and they gave up like 60 the rest of the game. What did they finish the game on? That's a 44-16 run to end the game.
Dude, nobody for senior night, for our analysis being senior night.
Yeah.
I shit you not. No one was at this game. Like 0 human beings. Besides, like with people that had to be there for their occupation, no one was at this game. Yeah, call the FBI, says Dirty, and I think he's got a point. Shout out to Russell H. Appreciate your help. Appreciate you helping me get through the week's painting here in Madison. There we go. Appreciate you, man. All right, this is the number that I was referring to. That I was getting confused for a second there. Last night on the show, Coastal was a 1-point favorite, I believe, against Old Dominion. I believe this crossed 0 at some point today. I got the worst of this number, and I ate a pile of shit. But I believe you could have got Coastal at 1.5, which makes me think it might have got to 2. Old Dominion wins 61-59. Did you bet this? Because I ate a pile of shit here.
I did. We dove into stink. And I mean, yeah, what a game. I mean, just from an entertainment standpoint, Coastal was down like 10 with like 4 minutes, came all the way back. And then, I mean, just absolutely hilarious. Great game. Good win ODU. And shout out to Jacob in the chat. Big time.
Yes, Jacob Lilly giving us $100. Love from Troy on 225. Shout out Hopkins LAX. There we go. Hopkins lax. I got you now. Flew over my head for a second. Appreciate you, Jacob. Next up was, you want to talk about a roller coaster. You want to talk about a roller coaster. I was terrified, super pissed at one point. Texas State in double overtime. We double locked Texas State 102, JMU 93. And JMU traveled on the play that tied this game up with 3 seconds. It drove me crazy because the guy takes 5 fucking steps, but he gets fouled allegedly, even though I don't know that I really saw that. And I thought once it went to overtime, I was like, we're going to fucking lose. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. But no, Texas State rallies, double lock, double overtime win. Fun fucking game. That was a huge travel, Hasty. Was it? I get so mad at these fucking announcers that are just afraid to question everything. He took 5 fucking steps. 5 steps. And they're watching the replay because they're trying to get the clock right. The guys at the free throw line. And the announcers watch this replay 15 times and no one talks about the fucking travel. I mean, I feel like David Thompson over here. I get so sick of hearing this shit. Can they just get some refs, or not some refs, some announcers that know fucking basketball? They just, please help me out a little bit here. I don't understand how you have that game called by people that don't know what the fucking sport is. Your thoughts on this win?
Yeah, travel bullshit scheduling spot for JMU. The more and more I looked at it, they had a back-to-back road spot, and then Texas State had played 4 straight home games to end the year. All right, so this is when, and everybody's gonna enjoy it. This is when we get the shit on fucking Beanick here. Did you see the bracket?
Wait, no, I have not seen the finalized bracket yet.
So
sorry, I've been making.
Madison drops the game,
and they go from 1
to 2.
Yeah,
it was only 2, so they only
okay.
went to 2. But Ark State,
you have a 4-way tie. You have a 4-way tie for first.
This is
and
where
2 teams getting royally fucked.
This is where we told Bean Flick the other. We've told him for fucking 3 weeks they shouldn't have this bracket because it's going to end in a 4-way tie. Oh, life's not fucking fair. Whatever the fuck he was saying, some bullshit. This is the fucking idiotic fucking bracket. This is the last league that needs this fucking bracket. And Beanick is fucking wrong, and he's lucky he's not here to face.
He's so fucking wrong. It's unbelievable to me. I honestly,
for 3 weeks.
I can't believe that someone that loves college basketball this much is on that side of the argument.
That's fucking horrible. and I knew this was going to happen. I'm just like, just watch it. There's going to be a 4-way tie in the Sun Belt, and you're going to be like, oh, I want to put the best teams. It's not the best teams.
Yeah.
Ark State and Arkansas.
And there's no true round robin. There's no true round robin. So the schedule discrepancies are fucking all over the place. But yet he deems. What's that?
You know what the
flip a coin?
is?
Tell me it's flip a coin.
Their record against Marshall. That's the tiebreaker. Marshall, Phoenix.
A random fucking team.
Because they finished 5th. It's the record against the 5th because they all did not play each other evenly, which is what we said to Beanick, but Beanick wouldn't listen because life's not fair or whatever the fuck.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
And Troy are the two best teams. They shared the league title, and now they got to play an extra game because of this idiotic.
Let's talk about this some more because that's even more bullshit because their record against Marshall. So the team that travels from fucking San Marcos, Texas, or wherever, and the team that's close, that's a clear advantage. That's a clear advantage if you're judging the game against Marshall. It's a clear advantage to the team that's closer.
Beanick, you're so fucking lucky you ain't here tonight because this is the fucking worst take, and I fucking have told you over and over this is going to end in a 4-way tie-in. I want to protect the best teams. It's not fucking Gonzaga and St. Mary's. It's the fucking Sun Belt. The chalk never wins.
Newsflash: there is no best team. There is
no best
equal.
Team. What the fuck are you talking about, Beanick? You fucking jackass. He's over there. He's going down there in Florida. He's probably going to check out this fucking phony cha-cha-cha tournament.
I mean, to be fair, of everyone being equal, the past two that went to San Marcos, who was in Texas State, was in 9th place, have lost. In the past 7 days, the 1 seed has lost to the 9 seed twice.
Let me just put keep talking about the other games and I'll pull up this bracket. But I had to take a shit on Beanick because he has been dying on this hill, and I'm just like, dude, this is gonna age poorly. This fucking Sun Belt is gonna take a dump right in your face because I know this is gonna end in a 4-way tie. And there were like 3 other tiebreakers that were like broken of a non-head-to-head record. They split it just like flip a coin or record against Georgia State or Georgia. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, come on, man. Why can't they just do what everybody else do? The top 4 get a bye, 5, 6, 7, 8 get a single bye, and then everybody else plays
it's so
crazy.
I don't understand. I just don't understand the logic. It does not make any sense to me. It's unfair, but also like, you want to get the team that's playing the best basketball. You're making it harder for them.
Yes.
By doing this, you're making it harder for the team that's playing the best basketball at the time. That's the irony. Is you want to get in the team that is playing the hottest ball for your chance to win money by advancing around in the NCAA tournament. And you are making it harder on the team because traditionally it's not the 1 or 2 seeds based on history that the sample size we've seen of the Sun Belt tournament. It's normally your 4, your 5, your 7, your 9, right? And guess what? You're making it now harder on them because they play the better teams later on. It's fucking hilarious.
Maybe he needed something like this. He won't. He's stubborn. He probably still thinks he probably still on that Houston tangent that he was on earlier in the week. That he fucking just making up shit. The day after he said that Houston wasn't on Auburn and Duke's playing field, they put out a prop. Duke and Auburn versus the field. I was like, oh man, your takes are aging like fucking sour milk over there, pal.
Shout out to Zach. Come out to Vegas, brother. Let's go. So South Alabama destroyed Louisiana. We didn't bet this, but we took Louisiana. South Alabama held them to 42 points. And then we had a double lock on the Purdue Boilermakers. Boiler up. Triple lock, actually. Triple lock. Myself, the bet detective. Moneyline Mac. Easy fucking play. Also hit on my props of Braden Smith over his point total. Underdogfantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. Mac, your thoughts on this game? This awesome environment, awesome college basketball game. UCLA did play better than I thought for about 30 minutes, but it's a 40-minute game, and I would say Purdue down the stretch, Braden Smith was on fire. Your thoughts?
Yeah, to your point, I thought UCLA played pretty well. But that building was not going to let them lose a fifth straight. So shout out to Purdue, made the big plays down the stretch, winning pedigree. And to your point, that building was on fire tonight. I mean,
college
UCLA
basketball done right, man.
All
College basketball done right. What's up?
I got this thing, this fucking jabroni fucking bracket. Here you go. All right. You're going to have to squint.
God damn. Yeah. Can you zoom in a little bit on that? Or is that pot? Am I? Yeah. We need Beanick here for this.
Fucking bracket is you can't even read the fucking bitch.
Yeah. I mean, the same person that did this. Well, I don't even see any. Yeah. So what is it? You can't find one with the teams in it yet?
This is the teams. They're in there.
Really?
You have to zoom in. So South Alabama, James Madison are 1 and 2.
God damn it! Is that Bill Shakespeare over there? I need fucking glasses.
I mean, so Marshall and App State play that third day. I mean, what kind of bracket is this, by the way? They couldn't make the shit bigger. I mean, they only have 2 games a day. They made the fucking Sunbelt Hercules tires fucking big enough. You fucking idiots.
Okay. Southern Miss and Coastal, and then ULM and Louisiana. Great rivalry game there.
Yeah.
ODU, Texas State, App State. So Troy. So the teams that got royally fucked were Troy and Arkansas State. Unbelievable.
They share the league title and they have to play an extra game. It's makes
fucking ridiculous.
Sense. What other league has that where you share a regular season title and you have to play an additional game? Like what?
Yeah.
This is fucking ass backwards.
Yeah.
Fuck shout out. It's your fault.
Yeah. Shout out to the great Jared Green, man. Appreciate you. $10 donation. I look forward to seeing you out in Vegas. He's repping the great state of Indiana here. Last scene of Hoosiers was shot at Hinkle, but majority of the movie was filmed at the Hoosier Gymnasium in Knightstown, Indiana. Rest in peace, Gene, and let it ride. Yes. Jared, you're going to have to show me that gym. I got to get over there. You got to show me that other gym, man. I like seeing shit like that. Shout out to Jared Green. Yeah, come visit. Oh, it'll happen, man. It'll happen. I want to see that shit. And shout out to Tally. There we go. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the whole chat, and appreciate. It's such a horrible fucking bracket.
One more look.
What I don't want to. Yeah.
Just one more time. Tweet at Noah Beanick, everybody.
Please, right now. He's vacationing in Florida, which means he's watching fucking When Harry Met Sally with his parents in Pensacola or some shit like that, right? I mean, what do you think Beanick's doing right now? 1:20 a.m. Eastern time. He's in Florida. What do you? He's asleep.
Scattered ass, man. I mean, fuck.
You got scattered ass. What, are you gonna bring him back to your parents' house? Come on. I mean, for some, I don't know that it'll work for him.
Yeah.
You'd have to, unless it's a gal from summers past, which he goes every year. So maybe it's like that dude in the great outdoors who meets that kind of whorish girl while he's playing pool, right? And they have their summer fling. And then he leaves that shithole town, and she's just sitting there saying, "Damn, he's going back to Chicago or wherever the fuck."
He invites her back up to Michigan, and she goes, "Nah, I ain't going up there. That's the whole state."
Sweetheart, you come to my house, I'll show you my goddamn LeBaron. Of course, he didn't drive it down here.
You ever heard of Tom Izzo?
Oh man. Purdue, though, we should talk about this game for a second. Purdue looked great down the second half. Good adjustments. UCLA pushed at the end of the first half. It was very impressive. Yeah. I was a little tense there. Like, damn, they're looking good. But yeah, we get it done. We did eat shit on this one. Wasn't much we ate shit on here. Georgia Southern only won by 1 against Georgia State. Right, this place was packed, by the way. So great atmosphere, great game. But we laid like 4.5 or 5, and we ate shit here. Your thoughts?
Great game, just a great environment. I don't know how much eyes you got on this kid. This place was fucking lit on a Friday, dude. The Sun Belt. You guys got to start playing on Friday nights. You guys have good home court atmospheres. You got to take advantage of that shit.
Yeah. Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and it is March. So gear up for March with merch fucking madness. All right, promo code madness for 20% off in the SGPN store. And get in now before the promo code is done. We're working on a 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE shirt, but we got Pick Dundee t-shirts there. We got college basketball experience t-shirts there. We got Eat Shit Pit t-shirts. We believe. I wagered today t-shirts. Get on over there. Check it all out. With the promo code madness, we'll get you 20% off too. So do that and let it ride. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, SGPN's partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. And the best part is no credit checks. They're not going to find out about that car that got repoed. Tried to park it behind the fucking house. They found it. Those bastards. They're not going to know. And it's completely free. Don't worry. Sign up today and use the promo code SGPN so you get better cashback rewards and instant tier 2 status. That's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. Once again, that's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet every single sport. Plus, there's props for every game, and the live dealer casino is a bundle of fun. And MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations. You could easily deposit using, you can get lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back.
Please read this comment.
You ever heard of a show called The College Experience? Yeah, I'm on it. Put it on for his girl, and it's just everyone shitting on him.
That's a great comment.
Yeah, baby. All right. We even talk Lehigh. All right.
That'd be great if you put it on and we're just fucking taking a dump on him on this shit.
I'll be honest, man. If I could get away from the wife and the kid with Beanick down there in Florida, I'd get that dude so fucked up. It would be so fantastic. It would be so fantastic. But anyway,
he doesn't drink much either. So
that's what I'm saying. Because even in Vegas, we have shows we have to do. So even though he gets fucked up, like, oh please, I would just, come on, yeah. What's this, Dundee? Just take it, dude. Take it. Take it.
I thought he's gonna jump off the fucking win fucking building when Purdue lost to Fair Dick that year after a couple of years.
Yeah.
I was like, don't do it. Don't jump. It's gonna be okay. Matt Painter's not gonna be fired. Zach Edey's coming back.
Dundee, this mushroom pizza tastes different. Keep eating it, you pussy. Keep eating it. Shout out to Robert Martin, brother. Troy 70, Southern Miss 58. We did eat shit here too. I got 10.5 in Southern Miss. I felt good about it. Ate a pile of shit. They lose by 12. Fucking Brett Favre and his blood money bullshit. Your thoughts?
I'm so glad we don't have to pick any more Sunbelt regular season games. I was so bad at this league this year. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking forward to the tournament because I'm just gonna take every underdog money line. Every money line dog with that fucked up voodoo tournament that they got going on.
Yeah. But we had a battle here. And you motherfuckers just didn't. I can't remember. Did I battle CJ or I battle you? It's the problem with doing 3. All right. Marshall 75. App State 57. Was it you that took App?
I think CJ and I both took App. I don't know if CJ locked it. I locked it, man. I played the revenge angle. What the fuck happened to App State down the stretch?
Dude, I just knew. App State's been ass on the road. Marshall at home is a fucking machine, dude. They're a fucking machine. And it's been like
15 at home to them. Like,
but it's not even this year. It's like a 5-year. We have a 5-year sample size of Marshall at home. Cashed on that, beat you bozos on that, and then I did eat a pile of shit on Iowa. You fuck it. I thought I knew my white on white basketball. I don't, because Northwestern and I don't. We were talking about this pre-episode. I'm watching I don't know, one of these shows today. One of these shows. One of these games, and I want to say it was the Fox Sports one. They have Ohio State as the second to last team in. And I can't help but think the other night I was saying, what does Northwestern have to do to make the tournament? And I was getting ridiculed in the chat. And I go, I'm not saying they should be in, but wait a second. Ohio State's in. Northwestern just beat them by 30 in Columbus. What are we talking about here? How is Ohio State in the field and Northwestern not? I need someone to just break this down to me like I'm a retard over here, because I don't understand. I don't understand. How does that make any sense?
They got a 20-point win over Kentucky on a neutral. They won at Mackey Arena, and that's why Indiana.
They just lost to Northwestern, who's not in the field, at home by 30.
I know, but they also beat fucking Maryland too. Like, they have 3.
So did Northwestern.
Fucking big wins. Yeah, Northwestern did beat them, but do they have a win at Mackey and Kentucky?
No, I mean, Northwestern's beaten Illinois. They've beaten Maryland. They've beaten Indiana. They've beaten USC, which is an allegedly a quad 1 win. I mean,
it depends where the game's at. If the game is at home, it's not.
All these metrics are horseshit. I don't buy into any of this shit. You cannot tell me Ohio State is better than Northwestern. What the fuck is Ohio State's record right now?
They both are 16-13.
And one just played in Columbus and won by 30.
Northwestern is playing better basketball. But if you go by the whole resume, I mean, it's hard to argue with Ohio. Those wins. You won at Mackey? That's a pretty damn good win.
It is. That is.
And Kentucky, I mean, they beat the fuck out of Big Blue Nation.
But we're celebrating what they did. What about losing by whatever that number was, 25, 26 to Northwestern?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they probably should be treated evenly.
Yeah. I'm like, go Beavs. This system doesn't make sense to me.
Man. Shout out to Northwestern. They were without like their two best they're without their two best players, and they're still winning games. Chris Collins.
Yeah.
He's a fucking hell of a coach.
I just saying, like, people were legit saying, like, Dundee, you're a fucking idiot for talking about this. I'm like, dude, they're better than Ohio State. You know, if Ohio State's in the field, they're better than SMU. And if SMU's in the field, what are we doing here?
Yeah, and Rocco broke this down. I was watching Rocco Miller earlier on his bracketology show. The problem is the fucking committee chair is that ACC dude. And Rocco is painting. He goes, they're going to crowbar a fourth ACC team in.
I know they are. It's Carolina. Carolina's in. Carolina's in, dude.
If they win the games that they're supposed to.
Such a crock of shit. It's corruption, man.
SMU, they need to remove them. That needs to go. Like, they don't have a quad 1 win.
Dude, SMU is ECU. SMU is ECU.
I don't disagree.
They're the same team.
Yeah.
They're the same goddamn team. Shout out to Connor Sanders making a college basketball tourney road trip. OVC championship in Evansville to Johnson City for Big South championship, then Asheville for the SoCon championship, then DC for the Connor. You're fucking killing it if you do that, man.
Oh, boy.
My advice is to document that shit. Tag us and all that shit. We'll do that. But I'm saying document it in general, just because a lot of people aren't doing that shit. I would document all that shit. But yeah, do that shit for sure. I just find that so ridiculous though, man. I don't understand how Northwestern, I get laughed at. And then you look at some of these other teams, you're like, wait, I know Northwestern's better than these teams.
I did not laugh at you though. I just said they still have work to do, but then they won today.
Well, I'm not even saying like they definitely need to be in, but I think they should be talked about.
Yeah, I agree with
you. I don't understand the logic of like, well, Pitt's, before the last Pitt loss, it was like they're there, and I'm like,
well, see,
I'm like, what's the difference here?
here is where our friend's logic is so fucking flawed again. Northwestern got injured. They lost their 2 best players, and they have found their identity without them. 2 weeks ago, they weren't even making the Big Ten tournament. Now they're potentially on the bubble of the NCAA tournament. Like, and they're only one game up of getting into the Big Ten tournament. But like, why can't Penn State rattle off 3 or 4 in a row? Like Mike Rhodes was talking about. Like, that's why this whole thing, like, just randomly, like, keeping teams out of the conference tournament, like,
terrible.
It makes no sense. And then
Absolutely
the one that's worse that we're going to talk about here on tomorrow's show, this rule where the Division II schools can't go to the NCAA tournament. That is the stupidest fucking rule. Queens
Who created this person? Like, I say this in football all the time too, when they can't make a bowl. Okay. It's like almost like I sound like fucking Mike Rhodes here, but I'm saying, like, what are we doing this for? Exactly. We're doing this like these are kids that we're supposed to be like showing them the way to the world, right? Like, experience this, and then you go off into the world, and then, you know, whatever the fuck happens with your life. But I'm saying, like, we're supposed to be like, this is supposed to be like this great point of your life, right? I've never understood this logic of let's penalize these kids. Who are you penalizing? Like, why? These are 18 to 20-year-old kids. They're doing what they should do. And you're just, I guess nowadays, 18 to 30-year-old kids. But I'm just saying, it's criminal. It's criminal how they deprive these and like, I don't understand the other side of the argument. Well, then any team can come up. Well, good. If they're good enough to win the fucking games, bring them up. All right. If the D2 school is good enough to show up and beat the shit out of all these schools, I welcome it. Where's the fear here? I don't understand the fear.
I don't either. You get the and I don't get this whole thing reward the regular season. That you are rewarding the regular season. You get a bye. Yeah, all these tournaments have a bye. We're saying don't give them 6 buys like the Sun Belt. But they get a bye. You don't just on it in your reward if you win the regular season, you go to the NIT.
It's just some bullshit to I honestly think, like, we don't do a good enough job in our society. We should find the person that put that rule in place and put a microphone and a camera in front of his fucking face and have him answer. Him or her, whoever the fuck did that, should have to answer to that. And with the college football bowls, with this bullshit with UC San Diego and Bellarmine and all these teams that have been worthy of getting in,
Queens, and
they can't. Queens that 1 year, yeah. I mean, it's bullshit. And I that's the problem, though, is they can do a rule like this and no one ever puts a fucking microphone or camera in their face. You should have to answer for this. I would put the whole, if you found their address and I was the coach of one of these teams, I would fucking pay out of my own fucking salary. We take the bus up to their fucking house, knock on their door, and tell the team this. Tell my fucking team that you're ruining their college fucking experience because of some bullshit. Why? You want to hurt? Why? You want to hurt these people for no reason? I don't understand it.
Let the season end on a loss. Because then you could say it was decided on the floor, not some stupid tiebreaker or some stupid court ruling. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
But try to understand the other side of it. I'm like, what? You want to protect? To me, I don't even get it. Are they trying to protect, like, if a community college got a big donation of $100 million, they want to protect the fact that we've built up Ohio State and Alabama and all these other schools. So we protect, this is a special thing of ours. But if you do this, no, we got to see if you're good enough to do this over a long period of time. It's ridiculous. If you're good enough, you're good enough.
Especially in this sport. College football, I know they want to fucking kiss the SEC's ass and coddle them as much as possible because of the money, whatever. I disagree with that. But the thing that makes this tournament the best is the Cinderella. The double-digit seed that you had no idea unless you watched this show all year. You had no idea even existed or even was good. And then you look up and they're picking off Kentucky or they're picking off Duke or they're picking off Kansas.
Like, Jack Golke.
Yeah.
Program. Yeah.
I mean, goddamn. And the fact that, like, we just let the fucking players play on the floor and whoever wins, they advance. If you lose, And if you happen to be a 1 seed that gets your heart broken, it's to Bean's point. That's I lost the game. Like I fear for not fear. I feel bad for them because like they did have a hell of a regular season, but that happens in the NCAA tournament too.
Yeah.
How many 2-15s and 3-14s go down, but we can't have it in the conference tournament? Like what? What are we talking about?
It just doesn't make sense to me. I just don't understand the flip side of that. It's just we have too many rules and regulations. All this bullshit. I was listening to Deion Sanders talk about that shit. He was like, I recruited somebody and he did something on like a Skype. I guess that he had like met, he did some bullshit and he's like, I had no idea it was even, I self-reported myself to the NCAA once someone told me that I was in the wrong, but they had some like thing of like, you can't be in a Skype without them signing a consent paper first. And it's like, what are we doing? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? And it's like, I don't know. Like we have way too many rules and regulations within that shit. But anyway, let's continue on. Shout out to Jim Davies giving us $5. We had a battle and you lost again, buddy.
You are so fucking lucky at this.
Get this Kent State bullshit out of here. You don't walk into the zipper and get a dub. Akron 77, Kent State 72. Lock battle win for Dundee.
This is the biggest crime game of the night.
Got to know how to finish games, all right? And that's been the story for Kent State all year, all right?
That was fucking, dude, that was brutal. Kent had an 11-point lead at the under 8 timeout. That
flagrant foul was bullshit, though.
Yes, but they still had an 11-point lead at the under 8 timeout. I mean, they played well enough to win the
That crowd was lit, though.
It always is lit, but the road team does well in that series just because they're so familiar with one another. I'll definitely take Kent in round 3, though.
Nope, not me.
Akron's fucking, they got a horseshoe up their ass right now.
And then we had a double lock. Actually, might have been a triple lock. UNLV 68, Nevada 55. Hey, I'm working for the books, apparently. Which I am, technically. But apparently I'm working for the books. I want you to gamble your money. Well, I just gave you a fire-ass fucking day. What was that? 14, 5, and 1. Fuck off. Your thoughts on Steve Alford being terrible yet again?
Dude, they're gonna finish like 500 in this league. They kind of got drilled tonight. Like they never were in the game.
Yeah.
Good win, Vegas.
Game balls. Let's get to them. Where you going? Game ball 1.
Texas State for exposing this bullshit format. In all honesty, just a good win. They've had a good week. I mean, they beat Troy there. They beat JMU now there. I wouldn't want to see them in that bracket, man. They're playing good basketball. They've been an up and down streaky team, and they seem to be peaking at the right time.
Yeah, I think that is the top game ball. I'm gonna do Northwestern.
Yeah.
Hey, you got. I know I was terrible on the road, but still, you got your whole fucking roster depleted. You win by double digits. Game ball.
Next one, I will go with. Let's go Sacred Heart. Wire to wire win over Marist, first place team.
Oh yeah,
that was impressive.
I love fucking Sacred Heart. Yeah, great win there. I'm gonna go to UNLV.
Yeah,
I mean UNLV is not a healthy roster. All right, but Kruger, you got to start winning some games. Could they be a dangerous? No, not really. Right. I'm thinking about the Mountain West tournament. Could there be any value? It's at home, but no one goes to these fucking games besides tonight.
I know they won't win it. Because like you said, last year they had won 9 out of 10 going into the fucking tournament, and we talked ourselves into it. And then they played San Diego State, and there were more San Diego State fans at the conference tournament. I go, well, so much for fucking Vegas having a home fucking tournament. It's a home tournament for San Diego State. No, I'm not going to take Vegas. I just think we always talk ourselves into it just because they're the home team, but they're not really the home team.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, game ball. Where's your final game ball?
Yeah, I didn't mean to shit on your question. but you get what I'm saying?
Maybe I retract my game. Jump over to the rider. No, UNLV game ball. Where are you going with your next one?
I guess we'll give out co-game balls here just for Sunbelt champs. Who won it? Troy and South Alabama. Way to not trip up, I guess. And Ark State. They didn't play tonight, but those three got to share the Sunbelt rigged championship. Good job.
Dude, I'm giving it to the moving company. You're 9.5-point dogs. You go into the one of the Hornets' nest known as Hamel Court, and you win outright in front of 1,300 human beings. All right. Shout out to the moving company for getting it done. Folks, before we get to our Saturday picks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Rhythm. Guess what? Rhythm is throwing an epic March Madness party. And you out there listening or watching, you're invited. Yes, all Rhythm users are invited to the first 4 watch party Wednesday, March 19th at the awesome Stadium Swim inside Circle, Las Vegas. Free drinks. I mean, that's good enough alone right there. But also you get to hang out with Pick Dundee, Stacking the Money Green, the Bet Detective, and more. Yes, the guys from the Sports Gambling Podcast and the College Experience will be out there, and it gets even better. Rhythm is also giving away a $250 March Madness future for one random lucky winner. But you gotta be a user. All right. Even if you can't make the party, you can still hit with the future bet. Just sign up for your free 7-day trial period today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. Once again, that's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. So what are you doing? Come by, use Rhythm to help you fill out your bracket and make some bets while you're out there. Plus you got a free party, free drinks, a chance to win a $250 future bet. And you get to hang out with us. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for the details. At sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes. College basketball. I hit on 3 straight nights. I've hit on my Underdog Fantasy plays on college hoops. They got everything. NHL, NBA, UFL, CFL, NASCAR, MMA. And right now they're offering a great Luka discount for every Laker game for the rest of the season. Also for football diehards, pick 'em projections and select players 40-yard dash times during this week's NFL Combine. They are deep sea diving over there. Sign up. And when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That's underdogfantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back. And here we go. See if I can figure this thing out for us. Without Bean Flick here, it's tricky. Miami, these Hurricanes smoking that Schnellenberger pipe. They're catching 16.5 in Chapel Hill. Actually, I'm seeing 18.5 now. God damn, this opened up at 16.5. It's at 18.5 now. I'm on the Canes. I'm on the fucking Canes. We got to take the Canes.
Absolutely. Let's go back to the well here.
Double lock on these Canes. Who the fuck is North Carolina to be 18.5-point favorites over anybody? Take the church team up the road. I don't think they should be 18.5-point favorites. Next up. This game's awesome, actually. Somewhat awesome, just because the pressure, and this has dropped the points at 6.5 now. Villanova laying 6.5 at home against Butler. Butler's been all over the place, but I am taking Butler in the points. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lock up Villanova. I like what I've seen from them recently. Butler's coming off a physical ass St. John's game. And I like the Wildcats to pull away late here and win by double digits. Lock up Villanova for me.
Yeah, mine's not a lock. Money line, Mac. Lock it up, Villanova.
Cats. Wildcats.
I am surprised the point drop. I thought it would go the other direction. Didn't you?
I thought 6.5, 7.5 was.
Well, it opened at 7.5. It's down to 6.5.
I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be tempted to pick Butler. That 6.5 is a bait to take the dog, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm staying away. Syracuse, the Orangemen heading to Blacksburg to take on these Hokies. Virginia Tech's laying 3.5. I think we should bet Virginia Tech.
Absolutely. Syracuse on the road? No, thank you. Tech
Double lock on these Hokies, laying the 3.5. They played well against Louisville. They played well.
They're good at home.
Yeah.
And maybe they get a decent crowd there tomorrow, Saturday. Syracuse, all right.
There we go. Next up, UConn heading to the Dunk to take on the Friars. UConn's laying 6.5. I'll take Providence in the points, man.
We got to bet this game, right?
I feel like we have to, right?
I fucking hate Providence, but I feel like you got to take Providence here. Who's UConn to be like 6.5 on the road?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. I'll lock up Providence.
Double lock on these Friars.
Done by 5.
Yeah, UConn wins by 3. Next up, we got St. Joe's laying 8 at Fordham. What? Come on this. I mean, I'm going to take Fordham in the points, but I don't know. Fordham is just, they have a winning record at home, but they've lost 5 straight. I'm not going to lock this, but what are you doing here?
Fordham, no bet.
Next up, the Terps are heading into State College, and I got a lock for you. And by the way, it's 5.5 now. Give me Penn State. Sprinkle the money line. Sprinkle the money line. They're disqualified from the Big Ten tournament. All that pressure's gone. You're playing loose. Maryland's got Michigan on deck.
All Sparty.
Oh yeah, Penn State clips them right here. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm all over Penn State here. I like the spot here, playing better basketball, just like they did last year. Mike Rhodes' teams are chippy as a home dog late in the year. Don't be surprised if they win this thing outright.
That's what I'm saying. Sprinkle the money line. Sprinkle the money line. Let's go. I was on VSiN tonight, and so Clemson's laying 7.5 in Charlottesville, where they lost last year. I think we should bet Virginia plus 7.5.
We're seeing eye to eye on a lot of these games. Let's home dog this up. Virginia, pump it up here.
Double lock on the Wahoos plus 7.5. And I'll say this too. Sprinkle the money line. Sprinkle the money line.
Virginia has been a lot better than people are giving them credit for over the last 8-10 games.
I mean, that Wake win was impressive.
Yeah. And I mean, Clemson's just cruise control. Everybody thinks they're just going to smash again. Nah, Virginia, they're live in this game.
I agree. 7.5 right now. It's gone up. AU is heading into Hamilton, New York. So let me get this straight. AU's in first place. And now you got to go in and try to make a statement against the King over the years. I'm locking up Colgate minus 4.5. Lay it with these Raiders. System has been a little, like I said, you're hitting the TV. System's been a little, but there's still some cash in there. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I'll join you. Give me Colgate double lock. This is where they get their momentum going back into.
Raiders minus 4.5. Next up, we got Auburn heading to Rupp Arena. Take on these Kentucky Wildcats. I don't have a bet here, but I am taking Kentucky plus 5.5. Auburn's been They should have lost at South Carolina. They could have lost at Georgia. They almost lost at Texas. Well, not really. The Texas one's kind of bullshit. I'm kind of lying to you. Texas covers my point. Give me the points and the Wildcats here. No bet. What are you doing here, Mac?
Kentucky's healthy, man. Mark Pope has been really good as an underdog so far this year. All those top 10 wins.
Are they healthy?
Yeah, Lamont Butler, Jackson Robinson.
I think he's still out, right?
No, they're playing tomorrow.
Kirk Krisha out too, right?
Oh, he's irrelevant. that's addition. That's subtraction. Yeah.
All right. I thought Jackson Robinson was still out.
Okay, so Robinson's out, but Butler's back. Butler's back. I bet Kentucky, man. I bet Kentucky at Rupp Arena. That place is gonna be a fucking fire tomorrow, and they make shots in that building. Yeah, I'm all over the Cats. Lock it up. Let's go, Big Blue. There you go. I'm on the Big Blue side today.
Auburn hasn't won in 40 years in Kentucky. Moneyline Mac. Lock it up, these Wildcats. Wrong song.
Good on the road.
Staying away from that one. Next up, this one. Arkansas is at South Carolina. Why do I get the feeling? And I'm seeing South Carolina. This line is cross zero. I'm seeing South Carolina is now a 1 point favorite.
South Carolina by 15.
I'm thinking South Carolina fucks up this run right here.
Well, Arkansas is super banged up, and they were lucky as fuck the other night, like at the end of that game. Yeah, let's go Cox.
I think we bet this, right?
Oh yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of home teams. I like home teams.
South Carolina laying one right now.
Hey, this has been a house of horrors for Calipari in this building now too.
Well, for the whole SEC, every team wins by 1 at South Carolina. Next up, we go to the Horizon League, where Youngstown State is catching 1.5 in Highland Heights, Kentucky, against these Norse. So wait, I like Northern Kentucky here, but I'm not going to bet this. What are you doing here?
What's the motivation for Youngstown here?
That was my angle.
Final game of the regular season,
But they can improve their status, right?
I guess it could be the 2, 3, or 4. Why are they a dog? Give me Northern Kentucky. No bet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No bet. No bet.
No bet. I don't need to bet the Horizon tomorrow.
Oh, but I got a bet right here, and this is down to 4.5. Vermont can get a share of the AE championship.
Lock Vermont.
And guess what? UMBC won by 17 at Vermont.
Yeah.
But yet they're making Vermont a 4.5 point favorite. Smash play. Vermont minus 4.5. Let's go. This system's been much more intact than the Colgate system. Next up, we are going. I have another lock here. This is the Battle of the Bricks. What if I told you, Mac, that Miami, Ohio hasn't won in Athens, Ohio since 2010? They play every year.
Yep. And they lost a tight one earlier in the year, February 1st. Now we're in March 1st. There's something about that flip of the calendar. The Bobcats start playing better.
I'm all over Ohio here. The fact that the second place team in the MAC is on the road, Battle of the Bricks rivalry here, laying catching 5.5 on the road. They're telling you Ohio's a fucking smash play too.
Bobcats.
Ohio minus 5.5, whatever you can get right now. Double lock.
Ohio, Colgate. These programs know how to win this time of year, man. They do it over and over every year.
Yeah. Next up, Binghamton, the golf course, is catching 7.5 at Lowell. I have to take the golf course. I mean, Lowell just got their heart broken. I just have to take the golf course. I don't think this is a rivalry game. Binghamton won by 12 the last time they played, so I guess I'm a little surprised at the line. No bet. Give me the golf course.
Discipline, Mac. No bet. Give me a lull.
Shout out to Hunter Vick in the chat. It says UW Platteville just won the D3 WIAC championship for football and basketball. But the men's basketball coach is Greg Gard's brother. That is fantastic. Shout out to that. Appreciate you, Hunter Vick, and that is awesome. I was watching the Fayetteville State basketball game earlier tonight. D2 ranks. D2, D3, NAIA. I watch all that shit. It's all fantastic. Go check it all out, folks. And congrats, Hunter. Next up we go to Boston, Massachusetts, where BU is laying 2.5 against Lafayette. Lafayette won by 14 the first matchup. Cracked the case at the Case Gymnasium there. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with the Terriers. What are you doing here?
Does this line stink?
Definitely. Like I said, Lafayette won by 14 the first game, or 16, whatever I said.
Give me Lafayette. No bet.
Oh no, I think it stinks. Like they're telling you to bet Boston, but
I just think Boston's really good at home. No bet for me. Give me Lafayette.
Yeah, no bet. I'll take BU. Pure Ruckus TV saying Vermont, Ohio, Colgate parlay. You know, I like the Vermont, Ohio angle better. Colgate, I'm betting Colgate, but that's a trickier one to me. If you just do Vermont and Ohio, I think you're home.
You can do the 3 money lines.
Yeah. Next up, Lehigh flying high into West Point. Take on these Black Knights. Army's laying 2.5.
This line stinks.
It does, but I'll still lay it with Army. No bet.
Yeah, they've lost a couple in a row. Lay it, Army. No bet.
The Mocs of Chattanooga are laying 9.5 at VMI, and I'm going to take these ski nets to cover this. It's a Saturday.
And
we know
Chattanooga clinched. Who's the head coach of Chattanooga?
Dan Earl, previous coach of VMI. Yes, we know all about this. It's a party. And I think he's going to go light on his boys. He was at VMI for a minute. Remember Jake Stevens days?
Yep.
We should lock this.
This isn't a crazy money line play.
Yeah.
Chattanooga, nothing to play for. Already got a
10.5 says Monty. Search around. There's 10.5 out there.
Yeah, I'm all over VMI.
Let's lock this.
Sprinkle someone that plus 330.
Double lock on these key nets. Sprinkle that money line. All right, next up, ETSU is heading to Charleston, South Carolina, where the Citadel is laying. I'm sorry, Citadel is getting 11.5. I don't know. I'm gonna lay it here. I keep trying to like build a case for the Citadel. I love the Citadel. I want them to be good, but they've lost 20 straight. 20 straight games. ETSU. I don't know. I'm laying it. What are you doing here?
Give me Citadel, but I'm not going to bet them. They have not shown up. Although they almost did beat Chattanooga last.
I know.
Like how? How did they lose at the buzzer to Chattanooga, who just won the fucking league at 0-20? on the road at Chattanooga. Chattanooga's a hard place to win at. Holy fuck!
I'm staying away. Staying away.
Give me points to bet. What
is this one here? Chicago State catching 8.5 in Loretto, Pennsylvania. I'm going to lay it because I don't know why they would put this so high. So let's lay it.
Yeah, I'll lay it. No bet.
No bet for sure. Longwood, fuck you. First off, Longwood. They are laying 6.5 in Spartanburg against Upstate. Nope. Give me Upstate. 7.5 right now. 7.5's the line. I'll take Upstate. No bet.
What do we got seating wise here? Longwood 6. God, Longwood's falling apart here. Should we go back to the well and bet Upstate?
You know, I love Upstate. So, I mean, I can be talked into betting my boys. Remember they hit for us on the money line last week?
They just, I know. They just been really good at home, and they got drilled by High Point. Who doesn't get drilled by High Point? I'm not going to hold that against them.
They did lose by 36 the last time they played Longwood, but that was in Farmville.
And they're only getting 6.5.
7.5. I'm seeing now. Well, let's bet it. We're making a ton of money all fucking past 10 days. Let's go.
Long would be laying this one.
Upstate plus 7.5. Lock it up. Next up,
Oh God.
we have the Richmond Spiders on the take. Of course, they're catching 13.5. Dayton, no bet. Dayton, no bet.
This is the one Richmond covers.
Probably.
Yeah, give me Richmond. I'm not doing this shit though again.
Yeah. Fuck Richmond. Ball State. Man, what is this number? Bowling Green's laying 1.5 at home against Ball State.
Do you think it'd be like 3?
I did. But then again, Ball State beat them by 22 on January 11th. We should bet Bowling Green.
I kind of liked Ball State. I thought the number was telling that Ball State was going to win. No bet for me.
All right. I'll fly solo. Bowling Green. Flap those fucking wings. Lay that 1.5. Don't walk into the Stroh Center talking all that bullshit. Bryant is in Orono, Maine, taking on the Black Bears. It's an interesting game.
It's a huge game.
I'm going to take Maine. I think Maine's better. This is the other pit. Yeah, we got the pit in Albuquerque, and they're trying to mimic that in the Memorial Gymnasium there. Bryant won by 36 the last time they played.
Yeah, I'm betting Maine. Maine's going to beat them.
Or
Bryant's
26, 26. Yeah.
Bryant, the shit got hard, man. At Vermont, at Lowell, at Maine. I think they dropped 2 out of 3. They should have dropped all 3. Yeah, give me Maine to win this outright. Let's go.
You want to bet this?
I'm going to bet Maine to spoil this. And,
I do. This is senior day, right?
And another angle, too, the Maine head coach, Chris Markwood, worked for Becker at Vermont. This win would give Vermont the championship with Bryant. Give me Maine.
You sold me. Black Bears, lock it up. Double lock. 8-2 at home at that pit. Next up, these Great Danes are laying 6 against the technology going on in New Jersey. I'll lay it, no bet.
Yeah, I'll lay it, no bet. Not a lot of conviction.
So you said Maine's coach.
Because I understand how the bastard thinks. I taught him. Now I own one.
He worked for Becker from 2011 to 2014.
What's his name? I know his name, by the way. What
Chris
is
Markwood.
his name? Yes.
He's a good coach. He's done a great job there.
Yeah, he's done a really good job there. All right. What'd you take on this one?
I took Albany, no bet.
Yeah, no bet. Charleston Southern is catching 9 at Radford. I'll take the points. No bet.
Yeah, it seems a little high.
I almost feel like we should bet Southern.
Radford doesn't. Yeah, let's bet Charleston Southern. Radford doesn't blow anybody out.
Big. That's what I'm saying. A big ass number, man.
Yeah, I love
Let's
Radford,
go.
but they don't blow anybody out.
Double lock these Buccaneers. Swing your sword. Shout out to my buddy Mike Leach. May he rest easy. Check out the book, Swing Your Sword. You can also get a Mike Leach t-shirt in our merch store. Swing Your Sword with the promo code Madness. Next up, Jacksonville State is in Miami, Florida.
It stinks.
Oh, they're losing this, buddy. FIU money line.
Ray's gonna get him back. I'll lock up Jack State.
You're locking this with this line? Yeah. I'm staying the fuck away from this with a 10-foot pole. Moneyline Mag, lock it up. Jacksonville State.
Big sharp play on FIU for everybody.
Imagine being in Miami. You have this university called Florida International, right? You have this great university. Your name is the Sunblazers, and someone has this big meeting, 10, 12 people in this meeting. You know, you're sitting there, you're saying that you've been called to this meeting, an important matter is at hand. And the matter is that we should change our name from the Sunblazers to the Panthers, and the Panthers are every other goddamn name of a school. Eastern Illinois. I feel like you can name fucking 100 Panthers. You unoriginal fucks. Go back to the Sunblazers. That's a great mascot. You're in fucking Miami. It makes sense. You're the fucking airport. You got Pitbull Stadium. You should be the goddamn Sunblazers. You spineless, soulless piles of shit. You're trying to be like everybody else instead of being fucking original. You were original and you ruined it. You listened to some idiot. God damn it, Mac. How do they do this to me?
And you gotta take fucking Jack State. Fuck them. Hey,
I'm not betting it, but I just can't believe they had that.
A better record.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like, I got an idea, folks. We're no longer the Sunblazer. I can just picture this meeting. The Sunblazers are a thing. You know, what is a Sunblazer? No one knows what a Sunblazer is. So there I say that and he has this board right behind him, right? Where he flips up a page. He's like, I say in the future, the new FIU is the Panthers. Fucking horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. They got the fucking hockey team. I mean, you got 1 million Panthers, Carolina Panthers. You unoriginal piles of shit. You had a great thing going and you lost it. You sold out. You basically, you auto-tuned your goddamn university. Shout out to Keo giving us $50. Long-time listener, first-time donor. You made me cry laughing on the way to work with the Asian Parlay massage double lock music. Bring it back and more money to come. Cash Colby heater in sync with the cash. That is true. I have ever since that night. I have been on fire. I think not. Investigate.
You got the demons out of you.
That was a fun episode. I appreciate you. I mean, I had a hard time.
Well, you think Watson kept going back to that parlor? That was his MVP year. He was playing well. He just feel loose.
I have been loose ever since then. You know, back feels good.
Oh man, can't bend
Northeastern, yeah. Northeastern is heading into Williamsburg, taking on this Tribe team. William & Mary lane 1.5. I'm gonna jump on William & Mary -1.5. No bet though.
They're limping like crazy, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't like betting William & Mary because I hate them and they secretly hate me. So stay away. What are you doing here?
Yeah, with that said, I'll go Northeastern. I got Bill Cohen, baby.
Monmouth is in Philly. Take it on Drexel. These Dragons, they'll huff. They'll puff. They'll cover the goddamn line. No?
Monmouth again?
Yeah.
I think they're figuring out how to win on the road. Let's go. They believe, man. They believe.
We got to do it. Sprinkle the money line. Should we take the money line here?
Why not? They fucking are live every game. They're playing their ass off. People are still treating them like a 12-week.
Double lock on the Monmouth Hawks. Fly, Hawks. Let's get it done.
Don't overthink it.
Shout out to Marcus. He says they're live. There we go. Shout out to how you doing, man? Hope you're good. Oklahoma's in Oxford, Mississippi. Take it out. Chris Beard and Ole Miss. Ole Miss laid 8.5. You know I hate laying a big number with Chris Beard. Sooners have been terrible on the fucking road, but I'm taking the Sooners in the points here. What are you doing?
I'm locking up Ole Miss. This has got ambush written all over it. Losers of 3 in a row, coming back home. Oklahoma off Heartbreak City and a big win last weekend. I think Ole Miss blows them out. I'll lock up Ole Miss.
I'll stay away. Moneyline Mac is locking up Ole Miss. I'll say this: if this thing goes up another point, I'm going to jump in on Oklahoma.
Be the better coach.
I don't like Chris Beard as a big time favorite. I think he's terrible as a big time favorite, actually. But I can see the logic in that many losses.
Terrible the other night as a big time dog too when he got beat by.
I felt the wrath of that. Maybe I am shell shocked still.
It's gonna bounce back. Oh, this is a lock.
Shout out to Marcus. He says doing great. Just had his birthday yesterday at Circa. Let's have a day tomorrow. Cheers. Are you still at Circa right now, Marcus? If so, if you run into Derek Stevens, tell him we say what's up. Just tell him you're friends with the Sports Gambling Podcast Network guys, and I'm sure he'll probably and tell him it's your birthday. He'll probably take care of you. So wait, I'm curious about this one here. So I'm thinking we lock Kansas, right? Because Darian Williams and Chance McMillan are game time decisions again.
I don't know if they're going to play. I think the line says they're not going to play.
So let's go in on Kansas then.
Yeah, I think Kansas beats them by double digits.
Yeah. I normally hate agreeing with you with Kansas because I feel like you're 1-17 picking Kansas, but
hey, game 3 against Colorado. 2-0.
Double lock these Kansas Jayhawks. Next up, we are going to Clinton, South Carolina.
What is this line?
I mean, they just had a gigantic win, right?
They're favored by 3.5.
I'm actually gonna lay it. I'm gonna lay it because Gardner Webb caught him the first time.
I'll go Gardner Webb. No bet.
Next up, Tulane is at Tulsa. Now, this is the line you should talk about here.
Investigation line, everybody.
I'm seeing 2.5 now for what it's worth. L. Ron Hunter is heading into the Donald W. Reynolds Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa is getting 2.5 at home. I'm just a little surprised at this number. Yeah, Tulane's a much better team.
3-point game the first game.
I'm still going to take Tulane. No bet.
Where's Tulane at? What could go wrong? Give me Tulsa. Lock it up. Tulsa's going to win this game. This line,
wow.
Weird road trip.
Moneyline Mac channeling his inner Steve Largent. Golden Hurricane locked up. Matt Shaver, did I miss? Noah's not here, so I'm lazily trying to control the chat as I host the fucking show. I hope you're not talking about a $10 tip that I missed, because that is certainly possible. But you got to remember one thing: A, I'm a fucking idiot, and B,
I don't see it.
It's hard to host the show and keep track of a chat that goes really fucking fast.
I don't see it if he did, because they automatically star and are stored over here. I don't see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry if we missed you.
My CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
I'm also retarded, so you have two retards walking around the show.
That's what I'm saying. You got hey Colt, I will do that, Colt. Damn it, I don't have a shot glass though. I really need to keep a shot glass out here. I'll take this. Hey, you know what? UNLV made me money. Can I take a shot out of the water bottle? The UNLV water bottle? I sure can. Got these the Rider Tears, these Rider's Tears whiskey here. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just some Irish whiskey. It's cheaper than Jameson, and I'm a pile of shit. Mac, I hope you're getting a shot glass and not taking a piss, because we were challenged to do a shot. Shout out to Coat Chaos. I'm up $800 listening this month, and I'm a smaller unit better. There we go. You should rephrase that though. You don't want to say you're a smaller unit, but Did you get some whiskey or did you take a piss? This guy took a piss. We're being challenged to do a shot. Okay, there we go.
I got it over here in this cup.
All right, you wait. Well, you talk about this game while I get a shot glass then. Bucknell is at Holy Cross. This is a stinky ass game, by the way. And I actually think we should play a money line here.
Oh shit. Well, I'll shout out to the $50 we just got from Coat Chaos. And by the way, you should always take a piss before you fucking take a shot because you got to have a clear head when you take the shot. I don't know if that's the case. I just made that up, but it sounded good. Shout out to you, Coat Chaos. Shout out to everybody giving us money tonight. Who do I like in this game? So what time does this tip? This actually matters to me, Colby. I have not given out a play. I haven't even talked about the game. I was shouting out somebody, Coat Chaos, that gave us $50. This matters because American and Bucknell are both tied in the standings. Bucknell tips at 2. American tips at 12. If we think Colgate's going to win, do we get a locked-in effort from Bucknell, knowing that they can win it outright?
I think Holy Cross is beating them regardless.
That could. That's the other angle. Is it a distraction that they're all worried about the Colgate American game before the game? Both teams are 12-4, so this is for like one of them could walk away with the outright regular season title, but knowing the Patriot League, they both will lose.
That's what I'm saying. I think fucking Holy Cross is live. I got to admit that I'm pretty proud of myself over here, just sitting. I had poured that whiskey into this UNLV, kind of a thermos thing. And then I said, let me get a shot glass because I thought I had poured it, maybe excessively. And then I poured it into the shot glass and it is perfect, which I mean, I as a guy that bartended for a long time back in the day, I feel very proud of myself that it's like perfect. It was a perfect pour. It's a perfect fucking pour. I mean, right now I'm hitting bets. I'm doing perfect pours. Let's take fucking Holy Cross money line because I'm on to something. You in?
I'm in. Double lock. Take the Crusaders.
Oh yeah, double lock. Dave Paulson, this one's for you. Shout out to my guy Charles Wright. We got a Peabody Hotel, Memphis, Tennessee shot glass here. Let's go.
Jamo stings and assholes, grows there on the chest.
Both of us shooting Irish whiskey. That's always a good thing.
It's a sign from the gods. I can feel it. It's going to be a magical day.
Oh yeah, it's March, baby. It's March. George Mason is in Pittsburgh taking on the bet detective CJ Sullivan's alma mater, Duquesne. So they think this is going to be a tricky game. I'm seeing it down to 2.5 right now, by the way. Is this the one? Look, I'm a George Mason homer. I'm laying the 2.5. No bet.
They've been playing with fucking fire after fire after fire, though. What do they got left? They're gonna lose to Dumpy? No. Should we be squares and bet Mason?
I'm not going to bet it. I'm just going to take it. I'm staying the fuck away from this game. It's on USA Network.
I'm going to be a square. I'll take Mason. I think Mason will win by 5 or 6. I'll bet him.
Moneyline Mac locking up these Patriots. If they had started their football program like they should have 30 years ago, or even if they had announced that they were going to start the football program, I would be betting George Mason. Keo said, give us $10. Seriously, where's the music? Back looks tight, Colby. Oh, that was not a double lock.
Yeah, it was a single. I only bet Mason.
Are you referring to the massage? He's referring to the massage parlor music, which maybe it can make an appearance at some point. But I feel like if it's premeditated, it's just not going to be as funny.
Yeah, we see that the swack and the yak.
Oh, I got some plays. We got a swag parlay. We will be dropping.
You should bring out the music for the swag. Yeah, save it for the swag.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Minnesota is in Nebraska taking on. I mentioned this before. If you've seen the movie Blues Brothers, the guy that was in the band that was supposed to play, I forget the name of the band, and he's after the Blues Brothers the whole time. That's the fucking guy right there for Nebraska. That's him. That's him. Nebraska's laying 8.5. I'm actually gonna lay it here. What are you doing here?
You're not worried about Minnesota being like the greatest road team ever?
Nebraska gets a little. I feel like it's not like that LA trip. This is different. There's animosity between the states. California doesn't even know where Minnesota is. Besides the Lakers, they're just like, yeah, they love Minnesota.
I'm betting Minnesota.
Yeah,
Minnesota's been a great road dog team. Been a horrible home favorite team. They just dropped 2 home games at home last week. I'll take them in the foxhole spot. Let's go Minnesota. Gophers.
I'm tempted to battle you. No, I'm gonna stay away. Moneyline Mac, locking up the Gophers. Well, we got a Gopher. Next up, Furman is at Wofford. I like watching this game every year. It's a rivalry game. Wofford's laying 2.5. Oh man, what should we do? 3.5 now. It's gone up a point.
Was this the game where Wofford housed them?
Should we go back to Furman?
I think so. This game has some stakes to it. These two teams are tied in the standings.
3.5 points.
Furman.
I'll jump in. Furman plus 3.5. Double lock. Shout out to Silver Bullet giving us $25. Cue the Tokyo Spa music. Times are tough and I lost my leg in Vietnam, but I'm going to get one back in a 4-game parlay tomorrow. Thanks, Colby Kraft. Oh man. Here's the thing about that, man. And why I haven't used it yet is to me, there's something like when you are in the moment, like if I tried to do that again,
couldn't do it.
Me and Matt could practice for 20 episodes and it still wouldn't bang like that. So it's just one of those things, man. And I'll bring it back. We could even do it on a fight, but I can't go back into the narration over top of it because I feel like it's not going to live up to that. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like when I have a theory. Let's talk about this. We're going to do it in a 7-hour show anyway. I have a theory that you can't make a sequel to a movie unless you have a 5-year window to make that sequel. Right? Maybe in one case 6 or 7, but once it gets past 10, you should never touch that shit ever again. Right?
Agreed.
And a lot of it, I mean, we can go one by one on this. Like I just mentioned Blues Brothers. They made a sequel like 20 years later. It was fucking horrible. Right? They've done this shit a million times where they make it Dumb and Dumber. The sequel was fucking terrible, but they ruined that window. You have that little time window to get it in. And you can't get back to that. It's etched in that time forever. And you can't get back to it as much as you want to try. You can still have Jim Carrey. You can still have Jeff Daniels. And you're not going to get back there. So I appreciate the money. And I just feel like if we force it, it won't be funny. I really believe that. But it won't be as funny. And then it'll be a letdown. But maybe if the soundboard goes out again, because it's very possible. I'm working with a soundboard that is very old now. 8 years old, this show is. So 8 years I've had this soundboard. The battery dies really fucking fast. So yeah. Shout out to what is it? Tally saying Colby's writer. No, it's called Writer's Tears. Because everywhere you go, and you got all these poets in Ireland, right? Every goddamn bar doesn't have sports on. They got people fucking doing music and doing poetry and shit. But were you drinking that before the comedy sets? Elaborate, Tally. I don't know what you're talking about. Comedy sets? What do you mean? Anyway, double lock on Furman. This game, let's talk about this line. Norfolk State is getting 2.5 in Orangeburg, South Carolina. I think it's telling us to bet South Carolina State.
Hell yeah, baby. South Carolina State all day.
I had this circled.
They should have beat it before.
I had this circle when I saw this. Apparently you can get a 1.5 out there too.
My boy Eric Martin's got him rolling down there in Orangeburg.
Yeah.
That's good. I hope we get that for the fucking championship game, man.
Yeah. I do too. Next up, so that's a double lock on South Carolina State. The Aggies of A&T are heading into Hempstead, New York, Long Island, I believe. Taking on the Flying Dutchman of Hofstra. Hofstra's laying 9.5. I'll take the Aggies, no bet.
I have to take the Aggies. I mean, who the fuck is Hofstra to be like double digits? What?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Terminator 2 was within that 7-year stretch, though, man. Just for the record, Terminator 2 was after 5 years, but right on the cusp of that. Because the first one was like 84. 7 years later, they started filming that thing. Next up, Air Force, New Mexico. I mean, why do I feel like we should take the points here?
I ain't betting this game.
Was it Air Force last year that gave them a game in Albuquerque? Why do I feel like it was?
Was it?
I feel like they did.
Fucking computer's fucking not working. There we go. All right. 2024, New Mexico. They won at the pit last year.
That's Air Force won at the pit.
They did, yeah, because that was a game where it was like, holy fuck, like New Mexico is not going to make the NCAA. That was the dagger loss.
I'll take the points, no bet.
I'm tempted to bet Air Force now. Nah, it ain't gonna strike twice. Give the points. Although they're getting 23, man.
It's a big ass number, man.
Who the fuck's New Mexico got on deck?
Tell me it's
Nevada on the road.
But Nevada's not any good. Is that a look ahead?
It's the only losable game left on the schedule, probably.
I'll take the points. No, I'm not betting this.
I'll pull the trigger. Give me Air Force.
Aim high, miss small. Moneyline Mac locking up these Falcons. Shout out to Keo giving us $10. I understand not forcing it, but it's nice to think about a girl you don't know on the beach saying nice ass when you place a wager. That is true. I don't see a therapist. You're the closest thing I have. Well, it's much cheaper. All right. And trust me, we can talk it out here. I don't, we're good. We're good. I think I have my certification in therapy. It comes with normally last year it came with Air Force on the money line. Oral Roberts is at Omaha. Omaha's laying 10.5. Am I seeing now? I mean, who the fuck is Omaha to be like? I'll take Oral Roberts, but no bet.
Is it all right? So Omaha has already clinched a share of the regular season title. Do they win it outright here, or does Bob Roberts come in there and fucking spoil the party?
I think Omaha's going to win it, but it's just a big ass number to be laying with Omaha.
Exactly. So I think Bob Roberts will be live in the game, so I'm definitely going to bet the 10.5. I think Omaha ultimately wins by 5.
Yeah.
I'm not letting go this with fucking.
I'm in. 10.5. 10.5 in Oral Roberts. Bet.
All the pressure in the world on him.
Shout out to Leg Show Magazine. Hope to see you in Vegas, brother. But yeah, next year, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. Next up, Seton Hall is in New York City. And guess what? Have you heard the news?
White out.
The White Knight. And by the way, this line's gone up a point, 21.5. Rick Pitino, Hans Bubby, I'm your fucking White Knight. He's decked out that all white shoes, suit. God damn it. The guy knows, I guarantee you, he knows how to eat a girl's ass. I can tell you this, when you're wearing all white, he knows what he's doing. That's too many points for me.
Yeah,
It's just, it's too much. There's too many points. This is like Shaheen Holloway. This is a pride thing.
I also think Rick has some respect for Shaheen. He drilled him the first time for Kadari when they went there. I think he calls off the dogs. St. John's is super banged up. I think they play their backups. They win by 15.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Seton Hall.
Double lock on these Seton Hall Pirates. Let's go.
Oh, and UConn
Yes.
fans, a win clinches the Big East outright for St. John's.
Yeah, Shaheen Holloway's a New York City kid. I'm a big fan of Shaheen Holloway.
This is backdoor city.
Yeah.
Johnny's
Yeah,
by 18.
Let's go. Tally's saying, Aunt, don't you do stand up? Dundee was curious if. No, yeah. Sometimes. I think if I understood that correctly, you said, "Don't you do stand up, Dundee?" Was curious if writers' tears with the magic to the stand. The magic to the stand up is I fucking. I'm booked at fucking bowling alleys. So I mean there is no magic. I would say we're waiting on that. Now I've done great venues, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you drink, sometimes you don't. I think that's depends. You can be more of a dick. That's one thing I noticed. I remember doing a show really fucked up one time. And the other comedians thought it was hilarious, but also like the headliner told me, he's like, dude, that was very fucking funny, but you definitely shit on anyone that would have liked you. So it's like, what are you trying to accomplish here? It's like, it was funny to the comedians, but it wasn't funny to the people that you shit on. So yeah,
funny to the average Joe.
Yeah, which is like, why are you trying to do it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, are you trying to do it to be funny to the other comedians? You're trying to do it to actually help your career. So, but yeah, when you're really drunk, I've noticed I could be a really big dick.
Oh, we all can.
Yeah. But in a microphone though, you can, I mean, but I could be, I think it's fucking very funny. Some people find it funny, but it could be, you can cross the boundaries a little more than you think, you know, but I don't know. It's one of those things I've learned. Don't be, and I also opened up for a guy that one time was overdosed in the green room. And that was pretty alarming to see. And to his credit, once they got in the bathroom, I was on stage and they told me to keep going. I had like a 10-minute set prepared. I was not prepared to do 35 minutes. So a horrible fucking experience in my life. I mean, I picture like a pitcher throwing 30 miles an hour. Cause like by the time, I mean, you're at 27 minutes, 30 minutes. And at the time, man, I was like a 24-year-old. So I was not prepared to do that much time. I'm like telling stories that contradict the beginning jokes I had. Cause that's all I fucking had. And, the dude, to his credit, had kind of passed out in the bathroom after doing a large amount of cocaine. And then, to his credit, once someone woke him up and threw some water in his face, He came out and fucking destroyed. I shit you not. I shit you not. I saw the guy was dead asleep, right? Or had fallen in the ground. I don't even know what the fucking synopsis of what really happened. All I know is we couldn't get into the bathroom. He was supposed to headline, and I was the opener. And they just told me, like, the host is like, keep going. And it was great. I thought it was fantastic for like the first 10 minutes. But once you got to 30, like to 20 minutes, I'm like, motherfucker, I don't have any more time. I don't have any more fucking jokes, but that don't contradict my other jokes. So, but they're like, keep going, keep going. I started like trying to riff off the fucking crowd. It was a nightmare show for me, but it was pretty crazy because the dude was very coked out of his fucking mind, and to see him go from passed out to come on, or I didn't see him passed out, but I'm saying to know that he was passed out, to come on stage and then destroy, one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Beautiful.
Like, it was absolutely fan. I don't want to burn the guy because a lot of people don't know that he was passed out, so I'm not going to give you his name. Double lock on Seton Hall. Wright State is at IUPUI. Wright State's laying 3.5. Ooey pooey, right?
Yeah, Wright State really can't improve their seed. Neither can Ooey Pooey. We better see this game again here. This is where it gets weird with these leagues. Like, we're gonna see some rematches within like 5-6 days of one another. Yeah, give me Ooey Pooey, no bet.
Yeah, Ooey Pooey, no bet. Shout out to Just Fred, cash to 5-legger. There we go. Man, missed $25. Man, that is tough, but appreciate you giving back. Appreciate you donating, man. South Dakota State is at Denver. Denver is catching 7.5 at home. I thought about this as I was building the slide. I said, really? 7.5? Then I remembered Denver at home is a fucking wagon.
Yeah.
Points?
Should we bet Denver?
It's 8.5 now too, by the way.
Yeah, I'll bet Denver. Bet Denver. Senior day. Dog. Big
All
dog.
right, I'm in.
Like
For being it. What does he say at Outsiders? Do it for Johnny. Do it for Beanick.
Big dog seniors. Here we go.
Next up, the Pussy Pack heading to Atlanta to take on Georgia Tech. So I was thinking about this game, and I was like, Georgia Tech -3 seems like a smash play. NC State's going to win this game, aren't they?
So, yeah, where are we at standings-wise? NC State. Yeah, I kind of like NC State here. They just got fucking embarrassed at Syracuse. Georgia Tech
feel like that
fucking fade.
I'm not betting the Pussy Pack, but I think you are on the right side of this. Take the Pussy Pack. You're betting it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet NC State.
Money line Mac, lock it up the Pussy Pack. Next up, Abilene Christians in Arlington, Texas, taking on UTA. UTA's laid 4. I think UTA is the right side. Actually, this line's now incorrect. I see 5.5.
5.5, yeah. UTA.
I'll take UTA. No bet. What are you doing here?
No bet. Give me UTA though.
Yeah. iDub Incarnate Word is heading to the Chinese food restaurant to take on Texas A&M Commerce. iDub's laying 4.5 now. Give me iDub.
Is this Commerce's final game? No, they got one more. Thank God their season's over. Yeah, give me iDub. No bet.
Yeah, no bet. LSU is catch. Dude, this line is up to 12.5. God damn, we got to bet this, right? But LSU, dude, you know how I said West Virginia is the team that I think I honestly believe West Virginia is the team that I have no fit. Like my worst record ATS on picking every game for a team. I think West Virginia is probably dead last. I think LSU is pretty fucking close to me.
Yeah.
I can't get a read on LSU, man. I like part of me says lock up 12.5 fucking points against Mississippi State. But then part of me is like, I don't know. Mississippi State could win by 30.
I'll take the latter. I'll lock up Mississippi State. I think the line's telling they're going to drill them. LSU's been playing at kind of above what I think that they are the last couple games. I think Hail State wins by 20 plus.
Shout out to Jeff Spicoli. Great name. LSU alumni here. We suck balls. Take the points here. Wait, we suck balls. Take the points though. I see what you did there. Yeah, I'll take the points. No bet. Moneyline Mac. Lock it up. Hail State. Next up, rivalry game.
Swag.
Alabama. Yes. Alabama State is laying 7.5 at home against Alabama A&M. It should be noted that on January 18th, Alabama State won by 4 at A&M. My first leg of the SWAC parlay will be Alabama A&M plus 7.5 points. I will say, wait on this parlay. I think it can get to 8.5. I think it can get to 8.5. But I will lock up John Stallworth's alma mater, Alabama A&M. What are you doing here?
I was going to lay it, so you talked me off the lock. So no bet for me here.
This is a rivalry game.
I love Alabama State, though.
Alabama State's the way better team. That's why you take A&M, though. It's just a rivalry game.
I'm not going to jinx your SWAC parlay. Just fly solo. It'll hit.
Well, this is Act 2 of the SWAC parlay. Texas Southern is coming out of Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson State's laying 3. I will lay the 3. Lock this thing up. You don't need to wait on this one, but lay that 3 with Jack State. I know Southern's looked a little bit better recently, but what are you doing here, Mac?
I'm taking
I see it's at 2.5 right now. Damn, that's weird. It's going that direction though.
Yeah, I like Texas Southern.
They won the first matchup though.
It's March, Texas Southern time.
You know, Jack State is 6-1 at home.
Yeah. It's going to be lit there.
Battle.
We can do a battle. Give me Southern.
Yeah. I love how he's like, I don't want to fuck up your SWAC parlay. I'm going to battle you, Dundee, on your next play.
I'm going to help you out here.
We got a battle. Mac. Texas Southern. It's 2.5, but there's probably a 3 still out there. Well, there's a way that, I guess that you could push and I could win. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Jack State. It is a little stinky. I'll say that. Prairie View is in Lorman, Mississippi. Take it all at Alcorn State. You know the play here, Mac. Lay it. Lock. Alcorn State's going to win by double digits. Lay it, lay it, lay it. What are you doing here?
I laid it, no bet though.
Okay. Trying to help you. I'm
trying to help you. I don't need to touch your SWAC parlay. Last time I played it, it was bad. It's like who was it the other night? Hofstra, you go, I'm not playing this so you can win.
Oh, I got you.
I'm not playing it. I'm going to go the other
That's what
side.
I did for you for NC State. Exactly. This is a smash play to me. I shit you not. Let me just help you out a little bit on this. Alabama struggles with slow-paced teams. Yeah. They struggle with good defensive teams that can guard the 3, and the gameplay. Like, I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I'm surprised Alabama's as good as they are, considering there's a clear blueprint to beating them. But I think so many teams are focused on themselves and their own identity. You don't focus on the blueprint of beating them. I think the blueprint of beating them is within Rick Barnes. Rick Barnes,
he owns them.
Oh yeah, he's Oates has only beat Barnes once, and that was in the COVID season, right? In Knoxville. I truly believe that this offense doesn't work against a team that's 334th in pace. Tennessee will slow down this game. They have the crowd behind them, which obviously didn't play the role in the COVID season. They defend the 3 incredibly well. I love this play. I think Tennessee, I think it's probably the best play of the whole fucking day. Tennessee's going to win by more than this. Lay the 3.5 lock. What are you doing here?
To your point about why more teams don't do it, I think a lot of teams just don't want to play slow, but that's what Tennessee does. Tennessee knows their identity. Tennessee's going to drill Alabama again. Let's go. Lock up. Rocky Top, just like that.
Double lock on these balls.
Fuck up Alabama. That foo offense out of here. Rick Barnes, baby.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but I want to ask the people that are betting on Bama. Have you looked at the Alabama losses under Nate Oates? Throw out the first year. I was doing a deep dive on this because I'm fascinated by this. I really am fascinated by this because the Paul Westhead shit, I was fascinated by that back in the day. It is slow-paced teams that can play defense because they limit your possessions. Alabama needs a lot of possessions. They're great at offensive rebounding. But guess what? Part of their hustle on part of the lie analytically is they play so fast, they get the offensive rebound because they have the numbers, right? Well, when Tennessee can draw out that clock and change the tempo of the game, I believe it hurts the rebounding for Alabama. Look at Alabama's losses. I will just say that. Look at all their losses in the Oates era. It's teams that play incredibly slow that also defend the 3. And Mark Sears is a game time decision. Should have that in there, but I think he's going to play.
The line may be saying he's not going to play because I was a little surprised that it was north of a 1 possession. Like I thought we were going to get Tennessee minus 2.5. When I saw 3.5, I was like, "Ooh, I like it more now." Tennessee drill spot.
Yeah. Well, do you guys want to get rich?
Yeah.
Because the Long Island fucking Sharks
What is this line?
are heading in. Let me tell you something. I knew a broad named Barbara back in the day down in Hackensack. I've been to Hackensack plenty of times. And I can tell you this. The Sharks aren't going to be intimidated by their bullshit little town. They're going to go down to Hackensack, New Jersey. Sounds like a bullshit sport that didn't make it. You know, you gotta, what are you doing? Playing Hackensack, right? Look, Barbara, she swallowed. But I'll tell you this. She didn't know shit about life. All right, so I couldn't stay with the broad. She's all over the fucking place. The Long Island Sharks are heading into this bullshit stadium. What are they calling this goddamn thing these days? The Bogota Bank Center. Hey, Bogota! What the hell is going on at Hackensack? That's where you got to add nothing. Nothing but Shark dubs. They're going in there, not intimidated by your bullshit little town. Hackensack. Oh, we got a Jerry Subs and pizza. Shut the fuck up with this artificial bullshit. We can get down to Hackensack. We can get back up to BK. Be at Luger's with the martinis all day. Hell, some of the team might not even make the trip because we don't need them. Fair dick laying 1 is insulting to my fucking intelligence. Somebody, in my opinion, whoever set this line, whoever's doing this, making these fucking numbers, a team of people, they should be taken off the fucking face of the planet as far as I'm concerned, right? Because they know they're lying to you. The Sharks are getting in there. And let me tell you, if you haven't got one of these fucking salads they're doing over there at Lucas with the goddamn beet salad they do, they put the fucking blue cheese on top of that. Boom. Cucumber here, cucumber there. We're making a lot of money on these fucking Sharks. Get this. You know, and they're hoity-toity with their fucking chess piece. I'm offended from the fucking start. Checkmate, motherfucker. Get out of here with this little chess piece bullshit. trying to insult my intelligence, trying to say you're fucking smarter than us from the start because we're just some sharks. It's you're bothering us from the fucking start with your little chess piece. Your fucking chess piece. I'm your fucking rook, whatever the fuck you want to say. You want to do battle?
What month are we in now? March?
And that's where the fucking Sharks dominate.
Or do we have a program that has more NCAA tournament wins in the last 2 years than Kentucky does? Fair Dick, once upon a time, won the playing game and beat them sorry-ass Purdue Boilermakers. It's March. It's Fairleigh Dickinson season. Lock battle. Give me Fair Dick. Everybody loves Fair Dick.
I mean, this fucking guy and his goddamn chess pieces. Long Island with Dundee. Fair Dick and the goddamn chess pieces with Mac.
Strickland's a Calipari guy. It's March. Fade time.
Trying to act all fucking hoity-toity when you go into your fucking Jerry Subs with pizza bullshit. All right? We know what's real. We know it's bullshit. And we're coming into your bullshit little town to show you what's real. Sharks all day. Next up, we got the Elephants of IPFW. Taking on Cleveland. So what's at stake here?
Fucking pride for Cleveland State after the way they have just imploded. I am all over Fort Wayne.
Wait, but they can't improve seating wise, right?
No, this is actually a huge game. Purdue's one game back of them.
Damn, but they're 2 spots back of them right now.
Yes, but they're all 13-6. So, like, we could theoretically maybe have like a 5-way tie at like 13-7. I'm locking up Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne's going to win tomorrow. They dropped the senior day. They're going to go on the road and beat Cleveland State. They're better than Cleveland State.
I will take Fort Wayne, but I damn sure ain't locking this Horizon League mess. Moneyline Mac, locking up the Elephants. Next up, USC's at Pac-10's back. Let's go.
Hey,
USC's in Eugene. This one makes sense. Oregon's laying 7.5. I'm actually seeing 8 right now, but I think I like Oregon here. I don't know though. I hate laying a big number with Oregon.
Yeah, they've won 4 in a row. USC's lost 4 in a row. Do you remember
Let's take the Trojans?
Do you remember the first rigged game? Once upon a time, we were getting +6.5.
Fucking Shoeless Joe Jackson. What are we talking?
Oh, dude! Remember they were winning the whole game, and then somehow Oregon covered.
When was this? December? Early December? We talking?
Yeah, it was December. That was rigged game at 1 of 1,000 this year.
I mean, I honestly don't, but I mean, I believe you're not lying.
Well, thank you for that validation. I'm locking up the Must Bus here. They're playing for a Big Ten spot in the tournament here. I think we get a 1-possession game right down to the wire. Old Pac-12, they know each other. Let's go. Southern Cal.
I think I'm with you. 8?
Let's go. Trojan man.
Yeah. Double lock USC +8. Next up, oh, look at this guy.
They just played.
What is this number, by the way? Brown is at fucking Dartmouth.
These idiots. It's probably not even out yet. No, I don't see it. Chat, help us out if you see a Brown Dartmouth line. Good job, Ivy. Way to play the game the next day, you fucking dumb fucks.
Shout out to Rob Donaldson giving us $20. Not to revert back, but in your wildest dreams, Colby, did you expect Long Island to be sitting here in 2025 with a chance to finish the regular season with a winning record? Is the fucking sky blue, brother?
What is their record?
They're 1 game under right now. If they win this, they're 500, and then you go into the tournament. Even if they lose this, you go into the tournament, you win a couple.
They're going to lose back to back. They can't have a winning record.
They're the best team in the conference.
They're not the best team.
They are. And we proved it when we went to that New Britain bullshit. That whole city should be burnt down as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, then they returned to the Steinberg and they fucking annihilated them.
It's okay. We wanted to rig the numbers. All right. But we proved in your little bullshit neck of the woods, New Britain, your goddamn fucking queens and kings and all that shit. We went up to your bullshit with your fish and fucking chips, New Britain.
Hilarious.
And we made a point. We went in there and fucked them up. So Rob, no, in my wildest dreams, I had us undefeated personally. But then I remember you got to cook the books a little bit. It's just what we got to do. Yeah.
Colby, I'm not seeing the fucking brown line.
All right.
I don't see Yale Harvard either. Good job, Ivy. Way to do it again.
Yeah, and I stand corrected, Rob. They'll have a winning record if they win tomorrow. They're 15-15 right now. So yeah, I'm sorry, Rob. I don't know. I knew what you're talking about. Montana State's heading to the nest to take on Sac State.
They said, hold on. The chat is saying Yale -9.5 and Dartmouth -2.5. Ooh, this is a big game for Brown. Should we bet Brown?
It's a big game for Dartmouth too, though, isn't it?
It's a big game for both. Who do you trust more?
I'm a Brown. Dartmouth won by 1 the other day when they played.
Yeah. Let's go Brown.
Yeah.
Dartmouth emptied the big tonight.
The real Cocaine Bears based off this mascot. Let's go.
The Brown guys.
Give me these Brown Bears. Next up, Montana State's at the nest. Laying 6. I'll actually take Sac State again here, but no bet.
Yeah, these games are getting more rigged. I'll lay with Montana State. Sac State miracle covered the other day. No bet.
Yale is at Harvard. Didn't you just say the number on this? Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So Yale's -9.5. And right here, that Dartmouth Brown game is an elimination game.
That's what I thought. That's what I was saying. Like, I want to say Brown by winning tonight is in the 3 spot, right? I think they're in the 3.
Brown is 1 game back. Brown is 6 and 6.
I wasn't sure if they adjusted the results from tonight.
Cornell, Princeton, and Dartmouth are all 7 and 5, and Brown is 6 and 6. So if Brown can get this one, they move in there with the tie with Dartmouth and maybe somebody else. Maybe they should play back to back. Maybe they should build up the games a little bit.
Well, they're the smart ones.
They're fucking dumber than a fucking rock. These fucking idiots.
At least they were smart enough to have a bulldog with a pipe in a logo at one point. Now they got rid of that pipe because the pipe was super offensive. The pipe is, human beings would see the bulldog smoking a pipe, and it made them want to smoke a pipe. What are we doing here?
Remember when they played that one year with masks on? How fucking stupid did they look?
Oh my God. I think it was, I have a photo of that game.
It's like somebody.
I have like Columbia's like entire team is sitting there with their masks on. It wasn't every fucking team though. It was like left up to your own choice, but Columbia's whole team was wearing the mask. It was just kind of unbelievable. And when I say mask, it wasn't the Bill Lambier mask over the top. This was down here. You're playing a basketball game with a surgeon's mask on. Some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's like, as I box you out and fucking tackle you for a rebound.
My sweat is rubbing up against the next man. But this fucking mask of mine, that's what's crazy. But that's some political bullshit, though. I don't think that was them. I think that was the school being fed that shit. But let's be honest, it wasn't as bad as Karl Malone being a little bitch about Magic Johnson. If he gets a cut and I get a cut, we run into each other. And at the exact point of our bodies running into each other, we're fucked. I think the game's unsafe with Magic Johnson playing.
That is some soft shit.
What a huge asshole. And he's making that big of a stink when he doesn't even care about his own fucking kids. Loyola Chicago is at St. Louis. What is this? St. Louis laying 2.5. I think we should bet St. Louis.
Yeah, let's not overthink this.
Yeah.
Stay loyal on the road.
Double lock, St. Louis. Daniel saying, I wouldn't play against a dude with AIDS. Really?
Why?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't care to know. You know what I mean?
Who cares?
Especially basketball. If you're talking like boxing, then it's like, I get it. But like basketball, you have a better chance of like
breaking your leg.
No, you have a better chance of at breakfast when you're in your house of a goddamn 18-wheeler in your residential neighborhood speeding through your house at 100 miles an hour with a drunk driver, going through your entire fucking house while a plane lands on you. Like that is the odds of you catching that. I love you, Daniel, but you're just fucking hilarious there. No, I wouldn't do that. When have you ever seen in basketball? I can't name one fucking time that I played or watching on television that you saw like two people even bleeding at the same time.
Bro, this shit's hilarious. I could go down a rabbit hole. Yeah. Let's go to the next game. Well, I'll be here all night.
Yeah, double lock on St. Louis. Lindenwood, the penitentiary, is getting 4.5 at Tennessee Tech, not Texas Tech. Tennessee Tech's pretty fire at the Hooper Eblin Center.
Yeah, except the other fucking night.
I think we jump back on Tennessee Tech here.
I do too. This is should we bet them? Nah.
No, I don't like betting the OVC.
Yeah, and
I feel like I have my worst record ATS in the OVC.
I'll lay it, no bet. We're gonna see this matchup next week in Evansville. Can't wait.
Next up, UCF is at TCU. TCU's laying 2.5. Isn't this the one UCF wins?
Yeah, TCU
it's
bad.
3.5 now. It's 3.5.
Yeah, TCU bad as a favorite, man. I think they finally hit the wall. Jamie's done a great job with this team, but give me UCF to get this done. I'll lock it up.
Oh man, I feel like it's on the right side. I'm not going to bet it. Moneyline Mac, lock it up. UCF. Next up, Morgan State. I love this bear logo. He's just doing a gigantic fucking Ric Flair fucking bitch slap to the chest. You remember that move he would do? Just a fucking, you come up and it's like, yeah, I'm just going to give you a hard whack to the chest. This bear's doing that shit. And then it was so exaggerated. It was just fantastic. They're heading to Princess Anne where they storm the court. We got to bet Morgan State.
Why is this number so short though?
We got to bet Morgan State here. It's 3.5 now. It's fucking 3.5 now.
This is a rigged game. I'm staying away.
I'm diving in. Oh. Give me the bitch slapping Bears.
Rigged.
I love the bitch slapping Bears. Lay the 3.5. We're getting it done. Next up, Southern Utah is in Orem, Utah, catching. Is this still the same? I got to double check this. Yeah, it's 13.5 still. Wow. All right, I'm staying away. This one reeks a little too much for me. I mean, shouldn't this be like 7.5?
No, Utah Valley's in first. They're 12-1.
And that's why I need to remind you that they played on February 15th. And Utah Valley won at the fucking buzzer by 2. These are rivalries, man. That's what I'm saying. 13.5.
Yeah, I think we bet Southern Utah.
It stinks to me though, doesn't it?
I think they just have a lot of respect for Utah Valley because they're 12-1. They're 20-7 already this year.
Well, Valley is undefeated at home.
Yeah. Southern Utah lock.
I'll jump in. Stinks a little bit. Stinks a little bit here. Double lock on Southern Utah plus 13.5. Coke Booger. Well, I'm not good at deadlines. I wish I had a better answer. I'm not good at, like, my life on the East Coast. I think Max is similar, but it's kind of crazy over here on the East Coast. Since I moved to the East Coast, I go to sleep at like 7 a.m. My son gets me up at like 9 a.m., maybe 8:30. And then you just feel like you're losing all day. Like you just forget a bunch of shit that you normally like thought like, hey, I would remember this shit before, but now you just forget. And that's exactly what happened there. Cause I was notified of this. I was sent the thing to enter. Pretty sure our friends might not be the happiest that we didn't enter it, but you know, I'm not good at that type of shit. You know what I mean? I always pay the second bill, never the first. You know what I mean?
How do we even enter that?
West Coast is much better for sports fans like show. I miss the time zone a lot, man.
Mountain time, man. Mountain. When I did those shows out in Utah and I was going to bed at 1, I was like, oh, this is fucking nice.
I'm telling you, Mountain and Pacific. I don't even understand why we go by the East Coast time zone. Like, I don't understand it.
It's the worst, man. It's the fucking worst.
Once you live over there, you're like, oh my God, this is so much better. You can be productive.
Yeah.
You can be productive at night. Like I would be able to do things. And now it's just like, no, I'm a fucking zombie. I'm a zombie.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the only benefit is the games don't start like right away, but you're up all night.
I want the games to start right away. I hate pregame.
Yeah. Watching
pregame in any sport is like, to me, the worst fucking thing you can do. Especially now.
I agree with Veta. I loved living in the Central.
No. I would say, I mean, I never lived in the Central, but I've spent time there. To me, it's Mountain or Pacific would be the best.
The Central, the games are over by midnight.
Yeah, but that's what I like about the West, like the Pacific time zone is like, I could get done with the games, you know, like a college football Saturday, and like you can go then have dinner with your wife, and it's like,
yeah, but you can't do anything before the games, really.
Yeah, but that's okay because you don't want to do anything before the games anyway, right?
I mean if you want to get a workout in or something, like I like this. That's why I like. Central.
I don't like a workout on a fucking Saturday morning, dude. I want to wake up, and what I thought was great was like you wake up and you're just right into it. You don't even catch the pregame show. I remember as a kid on the East Coast, you watch College Game Day, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, NFL pregame. You're like, oh my! And then like what in the mid '90s when the NFL pregame went to like 3 hours, you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like this is the worst fucking thing. So for me, I say like Mountain or Pacific all day. Like I don't even think it's close. I think it's like
Mountain's my favorite. Pacific's too much for me. But
you can go to dinner with your. That's what I'm saying. Like you can actually like make a reservation and go straight into like waking up at 8 a.m., have a coffee, games on, make that reservation. You're done with all your games. You go to a dinner, and it's like a fucking fine day, and you're like perfect.
You're a late dinner guy, though.
I am.
Yeah.
What are you? 75 years old? You do your dinner at 5 p.m.
6. I mean, most people eat at 6. Majority of people eat dinner at 6 o'clock.
You're crazy. You're fucking crazy, dude.
You're the minority of this.
That's an East Coast thing. That is a fucking East Coast thing. That is not a West Coast thing.
6 o'clock is a normal dinner time.
Nah, 8 o'clock.
5 o'clock is early. 6 o'clock is normal.
No, that's some fucking what retirement home you living in?
That's a retirement home. That's fucking 4 o'clock. 6 o'clock is the median.
Well, yeah, that's an East Coast thing.
Chat that eat at 6.
That's an East Coast thing, though. Once you get to the West, you realize there's life out there, and you don't need that bullshit in your life anymore. I remember my parents would have dinner at like 5:30, and I was like you. I was like, I'd been brainwashed. Then you go live over there and you realize, hey, I don't have to live by this ridiculous schedule.
I don't like the dinner at fucking 9 or 10. I'm fucking hungry before I drink.
Well, that's why I have lunch at like 3. So it's like, it's completely different.
Not normal. That's not normal.
No, it's completely, maybe 2. 2 is like a good lunchtime.
Lunch is at 12.
No. You're all fucked up. You're all fucked up.
You are so in the minority on this one.
On the East Coast, I believe that. On the West Coast, no, they know. Things are a little more laid back.
You got a lot of people in the chat that work 9 to 5 jobs that are looking at you like you got fucking 6 heads right now.
Well, they're on the East Coast or the Central Time Zone. They're all fucked up anyway, right? You go to the West Coast, you relax a little bit. I'm telling you, you walk right into that 2 p.m. lunch. You're gonna be loving it. Is the West Coast retarded? Says Rob. Well, they say it's a more relaxed, more relaxed lifestyle.
They operate an hour behind when they say they're going to be there. They go to their own drum. They beat to their own drum.
Well, I mean that in traffic.
God, yeah.
We got a great game here in Fort Collins.
Dude, this is a huge fucking game for both teams. In all seriousness, and this is in the Mountain Time Zone, the best time zone in my opinion.
There is no slander on the Mountain Time Zone. I would say Mountain and Pacific. Central, get that bullshit. Don't try to sneak that Central bullshit in here.
I lived in
I spent enough time in Central. All right. No. Get this Central stuff out of here. What's going on here?
Winthrop.
Utah State, you want to get this game out of here, right? Colorado State, I was surprised they're laying one.
Colorado State's going to win. They're good, man. Like that, we don't give them enough credit, in my opinion.
Give me Utah State. No bet.
I'm locking Colorado State. Utah State away from Logan. Fade for me, man. Give me Colorado State to get a split here.
Moneyline Mac. Oh. Whoa. Moneyline Mac. Locking up the Rams at Colorado State. I see the chat waking up to this, huh? Some people saying I need to move to Hawaii, but I got the chat. I think there's some very positive comments to the chat, and shout out to Bay Cities, Mike. I agree. I used to live a block from Bay Cities, but yeah. See, Caleb agrees, right? Caleb agrees. Way too early though. Mojo disagrees. Yeah,
East and West are the worst two, in my opinion. I like the Mountain, and then
you're crazy. You're fucking crazy. I'll say this though, and I think this might be your problem. When I was moving to California, I hated the idea of it, of not moving to California, but the game, sports being on that early, right? And by the time I got there, like the first couple of weeks, I was like, "Oh fuck this shit." Then once I got used to it, it's hard to go back, man. It's hard to go back from it. I think I personally think it's the best. Like maybe Mountain. You can talk me into Mountain, but I got used to that thing, and I think if you're judging before you've done it, I was like you. But once you do it, it reroutes you. It shows you the way. Shows you the way. UNC Asheville's in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
What do we do here? I mean, the line is saying Winthrop's going to smack their ass, isn't it?
But they just won by 40 at Longwood.
What do we got seating wise? Holy shit, they're only one game back. What'd they do the first matchup? Can they win the tiebreaker here?
First matchup, Asheville won by 9.
What'd they do? What'd both of them do against High Point?
But they are fire at this fucking stadium. They're 15-2 at the stadium.
All right, so Asheville is clinched into the 2 seed no matter what happens. Winthrop, lock.
I'm with you. Woo Tang. Winthrop -4.5 or 4 flat 4. Yeah, no, that's another thing I'll say is like I don't like the games on this late. That's what I'm saying is like you can be productive in the late window. Like the East Coast is terrible because, and I feel like Central is still that problem. Central, you're still going to be up too late. Like I like how the West or the Mountain Time, that shit is done, and you can still then be productive on whatever you have to do. Family time. Just saying. Next up, Howard is at Central, and I think we should bet Central. Howard won by 4 the first matchup, but why is Central in 6th place, favored by 3?
Howard's off a bad loss, though. No bet for me. I'm just gonna watch.
How Central's off a bad loss? They had the court stormed against them by Maryland Eastern Shore.
Wait, are they both? They're both off the Coppin. They're both off the Coppin. The Coppin and Eastern Shore losses. Yeah, baby. Welcome to real basketball. Coppin State and Maryland Eastern Shore smacking these two around.
I'm jumping in on Central. I think the line's telling you. I'm laying the 3 with Lavelle Moten and Central. Lock it up.
All right.
What's that?
You talked me into it.
All right, double lock on these Eagles. Oh, speaking of the devil, Coppin State's in Dover, Delaware. Taking on Delaware State. Delaware State's laying 11.5. Lay it. No bet. Delaware State's pretty good at home. They're 9-2 at home. What are you doing here?
Lay it.
Yeah. Hampton's catching 7.5 at Towson. I'm going to take the points here. I actually think we might want to bet the points.
Okay, so this one actually Towson, it does not mean anything to them. Yeah, let's bet Hampton. Completely locked into their seat. Hampton.
Double lock on Hampton. All right, next up, Detroit is at Milwaukee.
What is this line? Oh my Lord.
Wait. Milwaukee won by 8 in the first matchup. 17.5 now. It's probably because Detroit's 2-13 on the road and Milwaukee's 12-2 at home. I gotta take
Milwaukee's playing for something Detroit's not.
Maybe that's right.
Detroit's already penciled into their seed.
All right, I'm not touching this game then. But give me Detroit in the points.
Lay it, no bet. Line says they win by 30. That's what they're telling us.
Samford is at where is this at? They're at UNCG, the Coliseum. You fucking idiots. Greensboro's laying or getting points. That's probably because it's at the Coliseum.
Rob says it's on campus.
Not
it is on campus.
Really?
It's at Michael B. Fleming Gymnasium.
You're sure about that? Because what I'm seeing is telling me it's at the Coliseum.
According to KenPom, it's at. Hold on, let's go to their actual website. Yeah, this is a big indicator here. It is at the Fleming Gymnasium.
Oh, then let's lock up Greensboro.
Let's take Greensboro Senior Day. Yeah, all day. Let's go. Greensboro's a lock.
Double lock on Greensboro.
It's good for the 2 seed, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A very meaningful game. All right. Loyola, Maryland is in Annapolis taking on Navy. Navy laying 4.5. And I agree with Bobby Sticks. I feed my son at 6:00. He's 13 months old. White Tiger. Shout out to White Tiger.
Are you
that's
only flashing the ones that agree with you?
Of course. I can't read them all.
I've seen a lot that agree
but,
with you too, and I haven't seen any that got flash.
Well, I mean, you are on the show.
Well,
your mic is being it's on right now. We're recording the voices.
I'm worried about. I'm looking up Greensboro's venue. You're still talking about the fucking time zones.
I just happen to see it. I don't keep good track of this fucking chat. All right. Navy's laying 4.5, and I think they're trying to tell you something. I'm gonna lay it.
I agree with you. I'll lay it.
Next up, Middle Tennessee is looking to do the back-to-back road game sweep. Las Cruces they won in the other night. Now they're in El Paso. UTEP's laying 1.5. Do we go back to the well, man?
Yeah. All right. So Middle's 10-5. UTEP's below 500 in the league, and UTEP's laying points. I'll lock up UTEP.
Yeah. Hey, UTEP, try playing offense today. Double lock on these minors. Tink, tink, tink. Next up, Western Michigan's in DeKalb. Playing 3.5. This is the one Northern Illinois gets, right?
Good point. What's the record in league play now?
Have they won a home game? Oh, Buffalo. Didn't they beat Buffalo?
They're 1-14.
No, they beat Ball State.
Yeah, give me the points. No bet. I ain't fucking touching this fucking clown.
Yeah. Give me the points too. Give me the points too at NIU. Morehead State, your boys catching 5.5 against Martin. I'll take Martin.
Fuck you, Morehead. You fucking pricks. Yeah, give me the points. No bet. I don't bet OVC on Saturday. I'm waiting for the tourney next week.
SEMO, who's the greatest team. Just give them the national championship now. The SEMO team.
All right.
What have they won? Like 12 straight? What the fuck?
They have the longest win streak in the OVC. You know who's got the second?
EIU.
EIU's eliminated from the tournament. And what's the line?
6.5.
All right. I
plus 230 money line.
Yes, I go against what I said. I'm betting the OVC. Give me EIU. SEMO's been partying at the Unique Suites and down there with Jimmy Garoppolo and Tony Romo. They already won the league. Game doesn't mean anything. EIU outright.
I'm with you. Look at this creepy ass Panther hiding behind the sign, right? Hiding behind the sign like a fucking predator, right? Just waiting for this fucking bird to stick his little feathers out there and just boom, attack this motherfucker. That's what we're gonna do. EIU gets it done.
All right, so hey Colby, here we go. Let's take some more shots at Beanick because we like to do that on the show. EIU, if they win tomorrow, will have won 4 in a row. They beat the best team. They beat the second best team. They beat the 5th and 6th best team, but they're not going to qualify for their conference tournament at fucking 8-12 or 7-13. Are you kidding me?
He's ridiculous with this take. I'm shocked that he has this take. I feel like anybody that covers college basketball, I feel like majority of them, if not all of them, would agree that everyone should have the tournament play. And that's why it's a very strange. I didn't see that one coming. Beanick, the guy that like stands up for like UTEP or some shit, you know, to have that opinion, I'm like, huh? What? And I don't even agree with his assessment. It was like, I want the best teams in the NCAA tournament. I was actually doing I haven't compiled all of my data yet, but I was looking at previous tournaments.
It's never the best team in the regular season.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I've told him that.
That's another one of the white man's lies. And I'm telling you that right now, that is inaccurate based on the history of the sport. Next up, Southern Indiana is at Tennessee State.
Southern Indiana eliminated Tennessee State, 4 seed.
I actually don't see this number. Do you have a number on this?
8.5. Give me the points. No bet.
I'll lay it. Little Rock. Okay, we should bet this. SIU's laying 2.5. They just lost a rivalry game. This is senior day. Let's fucking go in on SIU.
Well, hey, hold on. And this is a ginormous game. And this is just like the Greensboro game. There's a double bye in the OVC. Little Rock 12-7, Edwardsville 12-7. This game is for the 2 seed in the
SIU is a way better team, dude.
Yeah, and I know they lost the regular season title, but in the end, it really doesn't matter because you're going to get the double bye if you get the 2 seed. So Edwardsville bounces back just like Greensboro. Let's lock it up.
Double lock. Edwardsville minus 2.5. Next up, Crichton. Michael Crichton. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Heading to the Cintas Center. Take on Xavier. X going to give it to you. We got to take Xavier, right? I mean, I like Creighton, but I'm saying Xavier needs this to be in the fucking tournament. It's chalky as fuck. This is the producer's play of the day, by the way.
I know, but I'm diving into it, man. They're camping out there. I saw videos of them camping out there. This is their Super Bowl. They got to have this game like blood. I am worried that they may win by 1 or 2, but I'll lay the 2.5. Lock it up.
I'm with you.
They're gonna win the game.
X. Minus 2.5. Let's go. Next up, Toledo is at Buffalo. Toledo's laying 6.5. Give me Buffalo in the points. Toledo fucks around with these games.
I know. I have no trust in Toledo. Yeah, I'll take Toledo. No bet. I'm not betting this game.
Houston Baptist, Houston Christian, whatever you want to say. They're in Natchitoches. This line, what is this line in Natchitoches? What is this line?
Northwestern State minus 3.5.
I think we should lay it.
I'm gonna lay it too. I think they sweep them. I think they sweep them and lock in this top 6 seed.
Double lock in Natchitoches. Double lock. The Demons get it done. Next up, Cincinnati. They need this win bad. Catching 15 points in Houston. I will take the points. Take the points.
Cincinnati's going to be live in this game. It's good.
Live to win it?
Yes. These two teams know each other very well. They play tight games. Cincinnati is playing a lot better basketball recently. Houston's been the luckiest team in America. I love Houston. They catch everybody that's fucking injured. Texas Tech, Iowa State, Kansas when they were banged up. Cincinnati's going to be.
I'll take the points. I don't think they're live on the money line. I don't think they're live on the money line.
I don't know if they're going to win, but it's going to be a close game. Close game.
Double lock on Cincinnati plus 15. Next up, Lemoyne is in Southeastern taking on the Stonehill Skyhawks.
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
I don't see a line on this. Chat.
Stonehill minus 5.5. Give me the points.
I'll take the points as well.
Yeah.
No bet. Western Carolina, the Cats. Shout out to Weehawk. Are catching 7.5 at Mercer. I kind of think we should lock up Western Carolina. Is this senior day though?
Yeah.
Damn, it's fucking senior days. All right, give me the points. No bet.
No bet.
Next up, Weber State is at Idaho. All right, your fucking bullshit ends here.
Weber, back-to-back buzzer beaters. Coming on strong, headed into March, baby.
I'm locking up Idaho -4.5.
Doing.
Get this Weber State bullshit out of here.
You're picking at the right time, baby.
Battle?
No. We're saving it for the postseason. We're saving it for the postseason. We're gonna go on a run. No bet.
Next up, SMU's in Palo Alto. What is this number? I can't find it.
All right, whatever it is, I'm locking Stanford because I'm tired of this phony team. SMU's laying 1. Yeah, pick them. Give me Stanford. Give me Kyle Smith.
I'll take SMU no bet. You're locking this?
I'll lock Stanford. SMU's going to lose. It's the ACC. The double team bonus.
Moneyline Mag, lock it up. The Stanford Indians.
If SMU loses, we can finally take them off the bubble, right?
Apparently not.
No, they're just going to be
based on history. No, you just keep them there no matter what. Bakersfield is in San Luis Obispo. Cal Poly's laying 2.5. Let's lock Cal Poly. Bakersfield just hit a buzzer beater to beat.
Yeah,
and Cal Poly just got destroyed. Double lock on Cal Poly -2.5. One of my favorite plays of the day. Next up, we are going to Cheney, Washington. Cheney, Washington. I don't fucking remember. Idaho State is the play, though. Despite off of the Potato Bowl, they're laying 3.5. They're just better than Eastern Washington. I will lock up Idaho State -3.5. What are you doing here?
You got a little Idaho parlay. No, I took EW. No bet.
I like my little Idaho two-step. Vandals, Bengals, parlay. Let's go. Montana is at Portland State. Portland State's laying 2.5.
This is a huge.
I will lock up Portland State -2.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm all over Portland State. The team that's 9-7, laying points against a 14-2. Yes, sign me up, Portland State.
Double lock on these Vikings. Next up, we got North Dakota, South Dakota in Vermillion, a rivalry game. South Dakota's laying 4.5. I kind of think we should lay the 4.5.
What did we get the first time?
South Dakota won by 9. But here's the thing. They're kind of fire at this arena.
And it is senior day.
They're 13-2, and those 2 losses they still covered. And North Dakota is 2-11 on the road. Maybe it's a little stinky.
I don't think North Dakota has anything to play for. I don't think South Dakota does either, though.
Final home game?
Let's lay it with the South Dakota. They want to beat North Dakota on their senior day, don't they?
I'm with you. Let's go. Double lock on the Coyotes of South Dakota.
I can't wait for this league tournament, man.
Me too, man. Next up, Notre Dame is at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is laid 8.5. I'll take Notre Dame. Stop it with these lines.
Wake's still on the bubble. I'm like, how? How many more games do they have?
That's some corporate. That's some Power 5 bullshit right there. I don't believe it.
Well, let's just take them off the bubble here. Lock up Notre Dame and take it on the money. Sprinkle on the money line plus 270.
I'm not gonna lock it. I'm paranoid of this game, but Moneyline Mac locking up the Irish. You're on the right side. I believe you're on the right side, but. Next up, La Tech is at the Bear Claw. Sam Houston State in Huntsville, Texas. Sam Houston's laying 2.5. I think we should bet Sam Houston.
Sam Houston's laying the 2.5.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go back to it.
Double lock on Sam Houston State.
Stinky ass line. Oh, God.
All right, this is a great one here. Master P was recently hired to run the team essentially for New Orleans, which I love. I fucking love that. They also were part of, prior to Master P's hiring, they were part of they were flagged as one of the teams on this FBI probe. The Mexicans are laying 10.5. I think we got to bet New Orleans just because of that though. Like they're under watch. Neighborhood watch right here going on. I just feel like the Mexicans are a way better team though.
Yeah, that's my concern. I'll take the points, no bet. There's a lot of
take the points, no bet. I'm looking this is the final game of the regular season, isn't it?
Yeah, they may just mail it in. No, they play on Monday.
Monday, I'm taking them. I'm curious to see what they do here. The fourth leg of my swag parlay is going on. So Southern has locked up the 1 seed. Oh, but you got to go to the Moore Gymnasium in Daytona Beach, Florida to take on my boys.
Shocker.
Bethune Cookman, 5-2 at home. Lock. Moneyline play. Plus 125 on Bethune. Let's go. You in?
Yeah, I am in on this one. This is the one leg I'll ride. Let's go. Bethune, baby.
Double lock. Next up, Southeast Louisiana's in Corpus Christi, Texas, taking on these Islanders. Islanders laying 4.5. I struggle with this one, man, because I think Sila's the better team. But damn, if Corpus Christi hasn't been fire at home, man, they're 13-2 at home. Give me the points, no bet.
I'm with you. Give me the points, no bet. Sila's off a tough home loss. They're a fringe for me.
The Camels are heading to Charleston. What is this number? I don't see it. Take on the Cougs.
Campbell. Charleston's laying 6.5. What's the motivation for Charleston?
They're in third place. Can they get to second?
I don't.
Could they fall to fourth?
They got swept by Wilmington.
Could they fall to fourth?
They'll know after the William and Mary because they play at night.
You know what? I'm going to lay it. I think they're going to win by double digits. It'll probably be, that's a big drink in town. They'll go to the games on a Saturday.
Yeah, they'll get fucked up. I'm with you. Lay it.
I'm tempted on betting that.
Campbell is super banged up. Want to bet?
Let's bet this. Let's bet this. Double lock on Charleston. I'm also thinking about a lock here. Elon is at Stony Brook, taking on the Seawolves. And as you know, the Seawolves.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Elon's laying 5.5. Part of me thinks it's a smash play for Elon. Am I crazy?
It seems trappy, doesn't it?
Stony Brook just won a game, though.
It's at 5.5 number. Give me Stony Brook, no bet.
I'll take Elon, no bet. Robert Brown, we did a college baseball show last night. Check that out for the weekend. We talked about all of the weekend's action, including our 11.7 plays. Probably, I got to talk to Beanick. He's down in Florida, but I'm thinking potentially, if not, definitely next Thursday. But I think we'll probably have one maybe tomorrow night, or probably tomorrow night. Central Connecticut State. Look at these fucking wild ass Blue Demons. The real Blue Devils, that is. What's this number as they head into Staten Island to take on these Wagner Seahawks?
Wagner Central -7.5. Give me Wacky.
I guess. Okay, let's talk about this one.
Buddy,
Huge fucking game. Missouri, their pussy ass standards are not storming the court. And then you have Vanderbilt, who the athletic director is like, don't storm the court. And then they told her, they tell her to get fucked, and they storm the court. There is not a chance in hell I can take Missouri in this spot. Give me Vandy +125 on the money line. Storm that fucking court again. Storm that court again.
I think Vandy gets him. I think Vandy's the team of the week in college basketball. They win this. They storm that court because they are officially going dancing, and they beat Missouri, who's overachieved so far this year. So, yeah, let's go, Mark Byington. Vandy, lock.
Hey, newsflash, college is supposed to be fun. Get drunk, take drugs, have sex with strangers, and storm the court. Storm the court. Double lock on Vandy. Next up, Penn and Columbia. Do we have a line on this?
Nobody will watch this. No, I don't have a line.
All right. Well, check the picks page. Next up, Rhode Island is heading to Amherst, Massachusetts. UMass laying 1.5. All right.
I'm locking UMass. We're gonna right the ship here.
I'm with you.
We've had a week off. UMass smash.
Double lock on UMass -1.5. Let's go. By the way, Monty Pritchett is saying Columbia -1.5. I'll take Columbia -1.5.
Columbia's -1.5.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take Columbia. Fuck.
Oh, what do we have here? Hitler.
I've been called Hitler today. It's good.
I don't even want to open that box, by the way. But Hitler is in Nagadoshis. Take it on Stephen F. Austin. Can the Nazis storm into Nagadoshis and catch the lumberjacks sleeping? What is this? I see Hitler, Gestapo state laying 1.5 in Nagadoshis. Give me Hitler.
Yeah, I'm locking Hitler here. Stephen F's a fraud, man.
Is that because you were called Hitler earlier? You're like, that was an omen. It was a fucking omen.
I think the guy that did call me Hitler is like, I gotta take Nichols here. It's like, you know what? Let's go. Ride it. Nichols, baby. Lock it up.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm with you, I think.
I hope he's watching.
Hitler gets it done in Nagadoshis. Next up, oh boy, the George Washington Colonials are hosting LaSalle. The George Washington Colonials are hosting LaSalle.
This number is ridiculous.
This number is proof. You know, as someone that was born in Washington, D.C., took my first breath, I can tell you, I know when a shipment's coming in. All right. So you're telling me these pussy ass Colonials are laying 9.5? I'm telling you, there's a shipment coming in. Look at that jacket. You telling me this guy is just going to go quietly into the night? I've been around the planet 42 years. And I'm here to tell you, this guy ain't going quietly into the night. He wasn't going quietly in the night that fucking exact night, because I guarantee you, he did 5 mind erasers 6 Jaeger bombs, 7 Bud Lights, no, Bud Heavies, and he ate a girl's ass in the restroom. All on one night before this photo. If you look closely, if you zoom in, you might be able to see some residue. I'm all over the shipment plus the 9.5. Lock it up. You in?
Oh, I'm all in. I think they're alive in this game. They're gonna finish strong for them.
Double lock. This guy ain't fucking around. Shipment's happening. You want in or not?
The good guys get back on the board tomorrow. Frank and Fran, let's go.
Goddamn right with these. He's got a message to that bullshit institution, George Washington.
It's a new month. It's March, man. It's time to back Frank and Fran. Let's go.
What you don't realize is Fran, 76 years old, he coached George Washington back when he had this crossover. All right. He was there. He knows how the bastard thinks. Goddamn right, Ike B. Shout out to Ike B. Next up. Oh God. Indiana's at Washington. I can't think of a game I want to watch least. Or less, I guess I should say. This is the stupidest game. Why are we watching this game? What are we doing here? Why is this game happening?
What time is this game? What time is it?
I don't even fucking know. It's at 6 p.m. What's the line on this? I don't even see a line.
It's on the Peacock Network.
Keep it on the Peacock Network because we ain't gonna watch that bullshit. Have fun with your conversions there. How many fucking people are gonna watch this game?
All right, Indiana's laying 1.5, and 90% of the money and bets. Like I usually don't. I never throw that set, but 90% of the bets are on Mike Woodson on the road, laying 1 at Washington.
Yeah, I'll take Washington. No bet. I'm not betting this fucking game. I hate this game. Hope it never happens. I hope there's a delay. Hope there's a delay for other reasons. I don't know. A protest.
I'm all over Washington here. This is Indiana. Everybody's crowned them. They're on the right side of the bubble all of a sudden because they beat Purdue and then they beat Penn State in a barn burner. They barely beat fucking Penn State. They held on for dear life in a game that they got lucky. Give me Washington to get this done.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up, Washington. I'm like Ike B. I wouldn't watch this game during COVID. During COVID, we were fucking. I never watched so much marble racing in my entire fucking life. I'll be honest, I kind of miss it. Marble racing was like doing a whippet. That marble racing was extreme fun for a very short amount of time. You know what I mean? Like I never thought I would enjoy marble racing, but I gave it a go because it was COVID and it was kind of badass. I'll be honest. I'd rather watch that than some other fucking sports out there. We should continue this journey on marble racing. It needs to come back to the books. Pitt is at Louisville.
Oh, God.
Louisville's laying 10.5. Give me Pitt in the points.
I feel like Pitt. I should take Pitt. All they got to do is lose by 10, right?
Louisville wins by 9.
I mean, they played like 4 weeks ago, and Pitt was a 5-point favorite. Now they're a 10-point underdog.
Yeah.
I'll lock a Pitt. There you go. There you go. Only when they're a double-digit underdog, I'll bet them because I know they're gonna lose.
Oh, I'm not touching that shit
They're
now.
gonna cover this.
Moneyline Mag is lock it up, Pitt.
Oh, you fucking fraud.
I'll join you. You're gonna fuck me on this. I know you are.
This is a win-win.
Yeah.
If they don't cover this, I go, wow, you guys are really sorry.
All right. What's this number here? Can someone give me this number? I'm not seeing it right now. Grambling is in Tallahassee taking on my Florida A&M Rattlers.
The line is 1.5. FAMU line 1.5. It's gonna be part of your score.
Lock Florida A&M. Okay, the SWAC parlay, folks. In case I want to make sure you back this up with solo bets. In case it doesn't hit, you should be still profitable for the day. Alabama A&M with the points. Well, make sure you're getting 7.5 or 8, whatever. Oh, there we go. The SWAC parlay will take you places you've never been before. That place Bora Bora that you've always seen in commercials. Or perhaps over the Mississippi River, which you've never been. You can go to a place you've never been by cashing on the Pick Dundee SWAC parlay of Saturday. Alabama A&M plus the 7.5 or 8. Smash play in a rivalry game against Alabama State. Jackson State at home. The line has shrunk. Don't be afraid. It's Texas Southern. Beat them before. We want revenge in Jackson, Mississippi at the Lee E. Williams Athletic and Assembly Center. Third leg of the parlay is Alcorn State minus the points against a shitty Prairie View team. Fourth leg of the parlay is Bethune-Cookman on the money line or with the points. Do a separate bet with the money line, but just take the 2.5 in case there's a heartbreak hotel situation in Daytona. And the fifth leg of the parlay is Florida A&M at the Al Lawson Center. 5-team parlay. We're going to stay away from the 6 game because you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. But if you go in on a 5-game parlay and you put $50 down or maybe more, you will be able to go to exotic places. You can take photos of yourself with a pina colada in Tulum. Girls will want to fuck you based on your Instagram posts saying, hey, he has money. Look at him with that pina colada. Let me like this photo. And then guess what? You're going to see that like and say, hey, guess what? This girl's probably interested in me. She wants to fuck. Then you like one of her photos. And then she sends you a DM saying, I like your style. I see you down there in Tulum. Got room for one more? And you say, God damn right I do. And you fly her down to Tulum. And you sit outside one of these goddamn temples, pretending you're interested in Mayan culture while you eat her ass like it's the fucking greatest fucking meal you've had in your life. That is the SWAC parlay. 5 teams. Lots of money. And an ass like you've never ate before. You can stop the music that you're playing right now, you crazy fuck.
That's great.
I didn't know you were going to play that, you crazy fuck.
I said the SWAC parlay. I said I'll bring it back to the
okay.
SWAC parlay.
There we go.
I couldn't
There we go. Be one with the universe. SWAC parlay will hit. Next up. Oh, look at these logos. Blob of Western Kentucky is in Las Cruces, taking on the Guns Up, New Mexico State. What are you seeing this line at?
3.5. All right.
We got to go back to the well.
Go back to this well.
We got to go back to the fucking well.
We'll be loyal to our guys out there in the desert.
Double lock on New Mexico State. Next up, this is the one I kept away. That's the discipline. That's the ass. That's the ass eating. You don't just eat anyone's ass. It's got to be a special play here. All right, because this one with Doc. Let me hold on. Arkansas Pine Bluffs laying 9.5. Doc Bradley is on the injury report. He's out with the transfer portal injury. So they played back on February 1st, and as you might remember here, I gave away Mississippi Valley State money line, and a lot of people talked a lot of shit, but we nailed that fucking play on the money line. I hope you had the courage to back me up here because we were on top of that. Now comes revenge, they say. How can Valley State win a game against the team on the road? Now they're back home, but yet they're catching 9.5. I think Doc Bradley and Pine Bluff are going to get revenge. I'm going to lay the 9.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I think it is revenge, but I still think it's too many. Give me Valley. No bets. It make me fucking touch just a 10-foot pole.
Boise State is in Fresno, California, taking on a rigged team. Or a team on the take, whatever the fuck you want to say. What is this number? Like 20?
17.5. Should we bet Fresno?
I think we should bet Fresno.
Hey, your mic is doing that staticky thing.
It's just after the swag parlay.
Something unplugged.
Yeah, the government's in there.
Yeah, I'm all over Fresno. Let's go. Lock it up.
Double lock Fresno State.
Let's see who wins.
Plus 17.5. I think there's an 18 out there. Tell me the line on this one. McNeese. Look at that logo. That's goddamn Dennis Quaid. I'm looking at fucking Dennis Quaid right now. They're in Beaumont, Texas, taking on Lamar.
McNeese playing 6.5. Should we bet Lamar?
Yeah.
Two seeds?
Yeah.
Lamar. Let's go.
Double lock on Lamar.
Money line.
Shout out to Lamar Lathan. Lamar Odom. Every other Lamar. Can people not hear me anymore?
No, we can hear you. It's just doing that fucking weird fucking staticky shit. Like if you just unplug one thing and plug it back in, it should be all right. It sounds like AM.
How are we
radio.
doing now?
You're perfect now.
I'm back in Tulum?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're back in. There you go.
Arizona State is in Salt Lake City, taking on the Utes. Utah's laying 7.5. Give me the points.
Telling.
Give me the points. No bad.
I'll lock up Utah. I think that line's telling.
I got no idea in this fucking
altitude
game.
For Arizona State, they've quit already on Hurley.
Moneyline Mag locking up these Utes in Salt Lake City. Next up, Saudi Arabia State's heading into Durham, catching 22.5 points. I mean, I feel like we should lock Saudi Arabia, but I've been getting fucked up by Duke lately.
Yeah, it'll come back around. It's March. Time to fade Duke. Florida State. Let's go. Lock it up.
Double lock on Saudi Arabia State. Next up, Oakland is at Green Bay. What a game. What is this number?
Oh my God. Oh wait, I was looking. I thought it was 1.5. I was like, what? Oakland's laying 7.5. I will never take Gottlieb against Campy. Lay it.
Lay it too. I agree.
Yeah.
Is that a lock for you?
No.
Yeah.
Oakland doesn't really have anything to play for.
Delaware is catching 10.5 in Wilmington. Man, give me the points. No bet.
I think I like the points too. I mean, Wilmington's already clinched. Give me Delaware.
Santa Clara is in Stockton, California. What is this number?
Pacific. Santa Clara laying 12.5. No.
I'll take Pacific in the points. No bet.
I'll lock at Pacific.
Moneyline Max saying, I got the heart of Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Taking these Pacific Tigers to get it done. All right, we got UMKC hopping into St. Paul. St. Thomas laying 9.5. Okay, here's the question for you. Can the Tommies actually do anything here? It's senior night though, right?
It is senior night.
Yeah, I'll lay it. I'll lay it. I'll lock it up.
Your mic's doing something again.
God damn it. See what happens? Start talking about eating ass in Tulum and the goddamn government's in. They're in here. They're in here. I don't know what to do. Let me try this one.
I'm taking UMKC. I'll battle Colby.
Battle?
Yeah, I'll battle you. 2 points. I think UMKC is better than their record, man.
It's a small world when you've got unbelievable touch, Roy.
I was not trying to play that. We got a battle. Dundee on the Tommies. Mac on the Kangaroos. All right, shout out to Darius Jones. Appreciate you, Darius. And yeah, I told you the FBI is wiretapping me.
Whatever you did, it got worse.
It's worse right now?
It's way worse. God
damn it. We need to end the show. All right, let me try this again. I like this. We're just fucking sitting here unplugging. All right, we're back. Sound good?
Better. Doable.
I just feel like you're saying that. Oklahoma State's at Baylor. What is this number?
Baylor's like 13.5. Holy fuck.
Give me Oklahoma State the points.
Yeah, give me the points. No bet. That kind of feels. Who's Baylor to be like 13.5? Like what?
Yeah, that's a good question. I just feel like they don't bet this. Don't bet this.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with your mic. It's weird.
It's terrible again?
Yeah. What if you just go through like your computer?
What if you talk about this next game and if I exit the slides, you motherfucker. Georgia is at Texas. Texas lay at 5.5.
I'm locking Georgia.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll battle you.
There you go. 1 possession game.
Mac taking the Dogs. Dundee taking the Longhorns. It's not a new cable though, man, because I've switched out the cables before. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Is it still horrible, Mac?
Yeah, it's staticky. I don't know what happened.
All right. Well, talk about this next game. I'm going to exit. San Diego State's in Laramie. Find the number. Talk about this. I'll be back.
Yeah, all right. Well, I was going to look at the next couple. All right, solo time, baby. All right, finally we can get some things done around here. Let's talk Wyoming Cowboys. fuck you, chat. The line I'm seeing is at 6.5. The Aztecs off of that game. Who they beat? They beat New Mexico the other night, pulled away. Wyoming's been up and down under Sundance Wicks year number 1, but I think it's a good spot to back the Cowboys. And where's my lock music? Here we go. Let's do this one. No, not this one. Let's do this one right here. Lock it up. Guns up. Give them Cowboys. San Diego State as a road favorite off of the New Mexico win of the year. Probably gets them in the dance. But yeah, let's go. Next up on the slate, we got. I don't want to do that one without them. Let me skip over to Marquette, Georgetown. Marquette laying 8.5. I know Georgetown shorthanded here. I think I'm actually going to probably lock up Marquette. I think Marquette drills them here. I think Marquette's going to start playing better ball like they did in November. See the light at the end of the tunnel. They're healthy. Georgetown's not. Cam Jones, veteran group. I will lock up the Marquette Screaming Eagles laying 8.5 in Georgetown's sleepy spot. So, where's it? Give me the Golden Eagles.
What was that?
There you go. I took Marquette. Talk now. See what happens.
What was that number?
8.5.
Better?
Yeah, you're good.
You're taking Marquette there on the road, huh?
Yeah, I think they're gonna fuck Georgetown up.
I'll take the Hoyas and the points. No bet. I'm currently going through this. I mean, but you took them against UConn.
Oh, they were covering that whole fucking game. That was a bullshit game.
But UConn went into Marquette and beat them down. Let me see what I can do. Oh, shit! Look at Bieniek.
What happened? What happened?
What do you mean?
It did it again.
Right now? No?
Yeah.
I don't know. We just got to power through this shit.
Yeah, let's just power through it. It is what it is. Sorry, guys.
Okay, I think I am caught up. Where are we at here? I mean, to be fair, this machine has been on for like fucking 8 hours today. Santa Barbara is at Northridge. Great game. And as a Big West specialist, I will be watching all of this. What number are you seeing right now?
5.5. Give me Barbara. Tough rebound.
I'll take Barbara. A&M is catching 9.5 at Florida. I'm locking up A&M. I think the money line is live. What are you doing here?
Yeah, this is a foxhole spot. Texas A&M just dropped 2 home games as favorites. Now they're hitting the road as a big, almost double-digit dog. College game day, A&M potentially outright. Let's go.
Double lock on Texas A&M. Still sounds shitty?
It's like sped up. It makes no sense.
Really? I can't sign out. Then I lose the slides again. I'm off. We're stuck. But let's make some money. Arizona's heading into Ames. Iowa State's laying 6. Lock. Iowa State by 15. What are you doing here, Mac?
Cosign. Iowa State getting healthier, getting Arizona. They lost that fluke-ass game where the half-court shot by Caleb Love. Iowa State by 1 million. Let's go.
Double lock on Iowa State. Next up, we got Cal Baptist in St. George, Utah.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
It's fixed.
Whatever you did, keep going.
I put Dixie State on the screen. I don't know what the fuck else I did. I will take Dixie State to beat Cal Baptist.
This line fucking stinks. I'm with you, man. Give me Dixie State.
All right. Bet?
Yeah, I'll lock up Dixie.
I'll join you. Dixie State, double lock.
Too. It's the lock of the show. It saved the show.
Northern Colorado's laying 3.5 at Northern Arizona. Has Northern Colorado clinched?
No, they're in second place.
No, they have not. I will lock up Northern Colorado minus 3.5 at Northern Arizona. What are you doing here?
Well, especially if we think Montana's going to go down. Northern Colorado ties it up. Yeah, lock it up, Northern Colorado.
Double lock on the Bears. Portland State, these Pilots.
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
They're laying 2.5 at San Diego. This has got to be the one for San Diego, right?
I'm not betting it. I'm not betting 11.
Give me San Diego, no bet.
No bet.
Fullerton is at UC San Diego. They're laying 26.5 points. Lay it. Lay it.
I mean, what is rock bottom? If this isn't rock bottom, I don't know what is. Lay it. I'm with you.
Oregon State is catching 12.5 in Moraga. Lay it. Oregon State sucks.
I'll lock up St. Mary's. They're going to fuck them up.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Gales of St. Mary's. Shout out to Darius. Good to know that. I'll let you know next time we're there. Next up, Long Beach State's at Irvine. Rivalry game. 5-point game on January 30th. 5-point game. I will lock up Irvine. I'm sorry. I will lock up the Beach plus 16.5. Double lock?
Double lock. Let's go.
There we go. Next up, we got Dub V's in Provo. BYU's laying 9.5. I think we should bet Dub V.
I think we're gonna go to Provo and win. I have a weird feeling. I have a weird fucking feeling. DeVries's the big dog's been fucking great this year. Everybody's blowing BYU all week. Mountaineers.
Oh, yeah.
Live, baby. Live.
Double lock.
You'll always be home sweet home to me.
Good old Morgantown. Morgantown, WV.
Morgantown, WV.
Next up, BC is at Cal in the game no one wants to watch. Cal is laying 8.5. Give me BC in the points. They've been out there for a little bit. Should we lock this?
Yeah, I mean, come on. They're used to the West Coast, BC. They're doing a tour of California.
Lock.
Let's go.
BC plus 8.5. Double lock. Next up, Brad Canyon. He's laying 2.5 at the Crack House in Seattle. Give me Seattle. Fuck Grand Canyon this year. No bet.
I like up Seattle. I think
Seattle's the right side, right?
Yeah. I'm all over Seattle, baby.
All right.
Grand Canyon.
Double lock on Seattle. Wazoo's at Pepperdine and Malibu. The fake tits will be bouncing outside of the houses that burnt fucking down because I don't think anyone's going to this fucking game. Wazoo's laying 4.5. I mean, it seems so easy to lay with Wazoo.
I know. Good God.
Lay it.
I'm with you. Lay it. No bet.
Gonzaga is laying 9 points in San Francisco. Vegas even knows. They know. And yet I'm still locking up Gonzaga. They win by 16. What are you doing here?
San Fran's the public side because everybody thinks it's on San Fran's court. Gonzaga's going to win by 20. Let's go. Lock.
Double lock on these Zags.
Blowout.
Final play of the night. You know.
It's a hard ticket to Hawaii. It's not paradise all the time. It's a hard ticket to Hawaii.
What number are you seeing right now?
Hawaii minus 2.5. Let's go back to
Lock.
Hawaii.
Double lock on Hawaii.
It's a hard to get to Hawaii. It's not paradise all the time. It's hard to get to Hawaii.
And that is our goddamn show.
Fun one.
Best plays of the night. Alabama, Tennessee. I like Tennessee minus the points as one of my favorite plays. Just gonna throw that in there right now. We're doing a 6-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Vols against Bama. Man, there's just so many fucking games today. Give me Seton Hall plus the points against the Johnnies. Give me St. Louis at home against Loyola Chicago. That's 3. We're gonna make it 7 because there's so many fucking games.
10 while you're at it.
Yeah, probably right. 4 will be South Dakota against North Dakota. 5, Florida A&M. 6, Iowa State. 7, I mean, I kind of feel really good about the. I think we got to go here. I think 7 is going to be. Give me Idaho against Weber State. 8. Eight will be Alcorn State minus the points against Prairie View. 9 will be South Carolina State against Norfolk State.
Good one.
10 will be, what is my favorite play? And that's Ohio minus the points against Miami, Ohio. All right, fire.
All right, I got 10 labeled here. I got Kansas laying the points against Texas Tech. I got Tennessee laying the points against Alabama. South Carolina State at home against Norfolk. Greensboro against Sanford, back in the lit gym. Edwardsville bounces back just like Greensboro against Little Rock at home. Love Xavier in the must win there against Creighton. And I love the other Cincinnati school as well. Getting the big number, I think that they got a shot to hang in this thing against Houston in a game they got to have. A&M, I think, could bounce back big at Florida on College game day. A lot of distractions there. Take the points. Iowa State rolls Arizona. And the Mountaineers are my 10th, baby. Give me the Mountaineers a little payback there to BYU after we gave them one in Morgantown. It's going to be a game down to the wire there in Provo late night.
Let's fucking go. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Give him a follow. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Make sure youtube.com/the College Experience. Hit that like and subscribe button over there. Do we post our picks anywhere? Yes, sportsgamblingpodcast.com or the SGPN app, which is free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. Check out the College Football Experience. Just talked Florida State and North Carolina with their win totals. You can already bet that. Check out the College Baseball Experience. Myself, Beanick, and Johnny V broke down all of this weekend's action. Dropped the episode last night. in the wee hours. So check it out. We covered some Saturday and Sunday games, and check out the Sports Gambling Podcast and the Bottom Line Bombs and the Ryan and Rush Show. Till next time, folks. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen you grill again, it made me good trip, good dog the mind back like dog but wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit me can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for hope. Just get it straight cause you got me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Sing it. Yeah, last time you got the hot shit that I made, I was not the hot shit. Why? Going through them transitions, where I'm listening, damn listen. I can make the biggest change, listen. I wouldn't have shit to do with shit but some chips saying. I don't get down like that. I'm the super rap mammal with the crown and back. I'm so sore thumb, sticking out like some stick gum. Out the back with the beat smack, it's dumb hot, crazy sun hot, more often than not, and not my not. And us and got the hits and the whole spot to miss. Bottoms up, cause I'ma just beat the damn guts to submission. It's in the job description, that's what I was missing. Yeah.